Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Break the Record Live featuring Spelunky 2. I am Argig. I'm going to be your host for the next 20-odd minutes or so. For those of you not aware of what Break the Record Live is, it is an event run by ESA where they find the 7 top runners of the categories of specific games and decide to put them against themselves to try and break the record live. It showcases the grind, the processes that speedrunners go through while they're trying to get themselves those amazing times. You're currently seeing Hectic here on screen. He is just about to go enter the Cosmic Ocean there. This is the category that we are running for the next 2 days on the event. We already have 4 runners completed a full run here. Let's pop up the leaderboard right now. Positions are determined on how far you make it through the Cosmic Ocean and then the time. So as you can see, we already have 4 runners who have made it through to 7.99 and have finished the Cosmic Ocean, and they are now ranked based on their time, with DT first with a 1:18.55, Spef in second with a 1:22.34, Krill with a 1:41.46, and Twiggle with a 2-hour 14.55. We're currently watching Hectic. Highest position so far was 7.85 in about an hour's pace there, so a very good pace, but unfortunately he took a death and had to reset the run. Grump getting as far as 7.59 in 1 hour 12, and Zanagir getting to 7.50 in 1:18.54. Still plenty of time for all our runners to finish the Cosmic Ocean. And joining us throughout the next couple of hours here, we do have amazing community casters from the Spelunky community. I'm joined by Meow and Tic Tac Fo. How are you both doing?
Doing good. Exciting to watch all these runners, and especially fun to watch right now. Group doing some teleporter stuff in Cosmic Ocean, as we were talking about Doug about that before, about the possibility of that even happening at all, and looks like Group is taking the leap.
Trying to go forward.
Oop.
Doing well myself. Unfortunately, seeing Hectic take a giant thwomp there using the Ankh and the jetpack, but we're still going to keep going. There's still a chance we can get a crate pack.
Yeah, unfortunate hit he took there. Losing the momentum is like a really bad thing when you get the Ankh. It's like, yeah, I had a jetpack. Yeah, I don't have a jetpack now. It's like, now I don't have as much control over my movement. Oh. Jellyfish, please. Oh, no.
Poor Hectic.
Hectic trying there. He was going through, like, I think it was the arrow that caught him there, falling down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's generally a safe fall there because you can ledge grab, but if an arrow trap spawns there, it's going to be all over.
And there it is, back to the start once again. Got to set up the beginnings of Cosmic Ocean. Got to farm those resources. Got to get those items that you need before you take the dive. So since it was pointed out, let's have it. Let's go focus on Grump, shall we? Shall we have a look at Grump and see the teleporter shenanigans?
Just going to suggest that. This is Zanagir, though. They're also in the ocean.
Well, Zanagir has the cape going on. Can you explain the cape? The differences between like going for cape and jetpack and or telepack strats?
Sure. So Zanagir with Vlad's cape here. It's an item you collect from Vlad's castle in Volcana, and it just has some mechanical differences from the jetpack. It essentially gives you a double jump, and it's amplified by the spring shoes, so it's a double high jump. And then it can also be used as a cape, or like a normal cape mechanic, so you can feather your way down or float your way down. And it's good compared to the jetpack because if you get set aflame, it does not explode. You keep the cape, but the jetpack is preferable for speed. It gives a bunch more mobility, and you can essentially go up a bit better with a jetpack. And it's pretty much up to the runner what they want to use in the run. I tend to see a bit more safe runs using the cape, and then the fast runs using a jetpack. Nice advantage of the jetpack as well is you can collect it anywhere in the run, even in the Cosmic Ocean. Like I was mentioning earlier, there's a chance you can find it in a crate. And Vlad's cape you have to collect from Vlad's castle in Volcana.
Indeed. Well, let's go and have a look at Grump, who has the lovely telepack that we didn't think was ever going to get used in Cosmic Ocean because of its, well, its inherent instability, shall we say. Like, its random factor where you may end up accidentally teleporting into a wall, into a trap, maybe even into the jellyfish. So Grump playing a very risky game here with it.
Yeah, definitely high risk, but high reward. Crate maneuver there under the level.
Yeah, this definitely would have been better for Grump if he was able to get that sun challenge, clone that bag, to have more bombs and ropes, just because the main problem with using the teleporter here is it takes away your whip. So you'll see him kind of put it down to whip the orbs pretty often, or resort to using a rope or something. So having more of those ropes or bombs would have been more of a time save, but he's still doing really good.
Yeah, and you're mentioning telefragging into enemies and walls and stuff. With the orbs and the teleporter, you actually can't do that with those. It'll bounce you backwards. So you got to be careful when an orb is nearby too. It's kind of like the teleporter trap.
Especially if you get like an incorrect bounce as well. Because like, I remember you saying like the orbs will stun you. So if you take the wrong fall from teleporting accidentally into a bubble, then it could spell trouble.
Absolutely.
Look at, like, was that a triple teleport at the bottom there? It's just like, I'm off, bye.
It's very quick. Great way to create space between you and the jellyfish for sure.
Interesting that the rope there also has a hitbox, so you can use it to effectively fire upwards.
Whoa. Yeah, and that's something you'll need to do as well in Cosmic Ocean. A lot of the orbs will spawn on the bottom of the level with no platforms under them. And using the rope there just makes it faster and safer. Oh, no.
Oh. And that's what we mean by getting a bonk and then falling to the wrong direction there.
Yeah, unfortunate. There's I believe it's called like the rule of 6. When you're in the loop like Grump is right now, you want to stay 6 tiles away from either side, because then you won't set off those arrow traps or get a boomerang thrown at you or something like that. But when you're off that far, you don't have that much vision into the level, so it's kind of a gamble.
Oh, there's that Ankh safety net away now. Interesting that Grump opted to pick up the teleporter again.
Oh, that exit looks terrifying.
Oh, the teleport through the lava. Oh, wow. How did he manage to get that one block up?
Oh, I think he needed that teleporter to get through there. That was a very tight exit.
And of course, the downside is taking that Ankh death means he's back to low health. You can see he's at 3 health right now, and coming into Cosmic Ocean, you want as much of that as you can as a small safety net, but
Yeah, and there is a way to get the health back.
Oh, no.
Oh, the double spike.
The double teleport as well.
Before. Well,
excuse
this
me,
is
please,
so
sir.
exciting.
Yeah. Excuse me, please, sir. My heart, it can only take so much. Wow. That is amazing play there.
Yeah, excellent work by Groomp. I was going to mention there is a way to gain health back by collecting the Kapala before entering the Cosmic Ocean. And there's really easy ways to farm health with that. You need to collect blood to get HP back with that Kapala. And that's one reason we like the temple level, because you can collect easy blood or vomit, I guess, from a mummy in that level. So we'll be keeping an eye out for that.
Oh wow, that's an interest. Like, I love the fact that this game has physics on the liquids, so like the water, the lava. But in the sunken city, it's upside down, so it goes up. So that kind of just throws me for a loop a little bit there. Oh.
Yeah, Groom pausing there. He teleported to dodge an arrow. That's a very good time to pause there. Just collect yourself after that play. That was really good.
Like the double orbs at the start of room 35 there. Those teleports.
The Groom's putting on quite a show here. This is
Oh,
great.
definitely. This is phenomenal. I'm loving this. Like, it is amazing knowing that any teleport could be.
Oh no. He just picked up climbing gloves and you could see his face just wince there. The problem with climbing gloves is just you grab onto walls inadvertently, and that can end up causing a lot of problems. Especially with the teleporter, if he teleports, grabs onto a wall, and tries to teleport again, it'll just drop the teleporter instead of doing a teleport. So that is now something he'll have to manage.
I take it there is no way to drop items either. Like, it's not a case of, oh, I don't like this item, I want to get rid of it. It's like, no, you picked it up, you're stuck with it.
Yeah, this is one of the items you're stuck with. No way to drop it. Some people like the climbing gloves. Some other people just, it's all personal preference again.
Okay, we're back to 2. We're back to 2.
Whew.
Looks like Groom's farming up a little bit of health here. You see him hopping on a lot of the frogs, collecting the blood droplets. That's another thing I forgot to mention about Vlad's cape over the jetpack. Vlad's cape will double the amount of blood droplets that, I guess, exit an enemy. And paired with the Kapala, it makes it really easy to gain a lot of health back that way. You see him even at the exit here, collecting more blood from those maggots. This is like one of the only times you actually want a temple level, just to get that health back. Into the 40s. Is that over the Cosmic Ocean Hill? The oceans have hills? Probably not, huh?
I mean, it's Spelunky too. I wouldn't put it past them.
Checking in on our other racers here. Looks like everyone's working on getting another run started. And I wonder if we're already at the point where we're grinding for that initial start. You see DT with jetpack and a teleporter here early on in the game.
Yeah, I mean, DT's time is just... it's just pretty ridiculous for so early on. It's not a DT PB, but it is still very good. That's hard, gonna be really hard to beat. So I think DT just is trying to get a good start now, like you said.
Groom taking care of the looping enemies there with some ropes. Yeah, I thought I heard the orb there, the bubble. Dwelling actually paired with the teleporter is pretty good. The dwelling gets really claustrophobic really quick. Only like a single tile or 2 tile way to get through the level, but with the teleporter we can just go right through the walls. It's really nice. Hey, a climbing glove for the other hand.
Oh,
The teleport into the arrow trap, and then that is it. Oh, what a fantastic run that was, though, right?
Yeah, what
Yeah,
a
that was
pace.
Like
super entertaining.
that was super impressive. You've gotta. I mean, I certainly enjoyed that. I know we watched our runners there go through, and now everybody is back in the dwelling. Everybody coming back through. We do have Hectic. He is in Neo Babylon right now, so let's switch over. But yeah, like just a quick refresh over Groom's run there, like that. Just all those different teleports coming out, where every teleport could be your last, and the speed he was going at was just amazing, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
left me pretty speechless most of the time. It was great.
Yeah, there were just so many close calls, and it was like just about every level had like a heart-stopping moment.
Yeah, just keeping the managing your own anxiety level that entire time would be a challenge in itself.
Oh, definitely, 100%. It's like knowing that every moment it's like, right, okay, where do I need to go? I need to remember the rule of 6. I need to remember which pickups I have. I need to make sure I'm finding the orbs, as well as dodging the jellyfish and all the traps and the enemies that are there. There is so much going on in your mind while you are still teleporting around the place. It was phenomenal.
Well, Hectic here is doesn't have the Kapala Cup right now, and this is a pretty simple way to get it. On 6-3, you go to Tusk's Palace of Pleasure and murder everyone. There is a Kali altar that's guaranteed down here, and with all those bodies being sacrificed, you can get that Kapala Cup real fast and easy.
And grabbing the clone gun as well. Maybe we will. Maybe he'll have better luck this time and get the Sun Challenge in the first area.
Yeah, I hope so. It was unfortunate that they didn't get that.
Mm-hmm. So coming up to the skip again here, we're going to see the skip happening. Tiamat, hello, goodbye. We're going to borrow your bubbles.
I believe Hectic, yeah, it looks like we're going to do the rope strat this time. Oh, no, just going to the right. Just a safety rope there. Timing the lasers and orbs, and we always can use a last rope there if we need to, if our jetpack's running out, but executes it very well there.
Indeed, into the cutscene up towards the sunken city. And that is the top of the hour as well. So it is going to be the end of my hosting shift right now. And I believe it is also... I believe, Meow, you're going to be stepping away for a bit, but we'll be coming back later this evening as well.
Yeah, that's right.
And thank you very much for joining us. It has been great fun. Your insights have been amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where, how fast the rest of these runners can do. It's already, the bar is already set pretty high, so thanks for having me on.
Mm-hmm. All right, we are going to be switching hosts now. While we are switching, it is a perfect time for us to take a small break. I will be switching out with fellow host X. X will be coming in alongside Carly Braun as well to join Tic Tac Foe here. Again, quick big shout outs to our sponsors, to Kaspersky, to ViewSonic Elite, and to Mossmouth for providing the $5,000 prize pool that our racers are competing against. Mossmouth being absolutely amazing coming out and supporting the Spelunky 2 community. So we will be right back after a quick break here. Everybody, grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack, and we'll see you in a few.
All right, we're back with Break the Record Live. We're playing Spelunky 2 this weekend, and particularly the category Cosmic Ocean. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a moment, but I just wanted to say that I'm hosting for a bit. I'm Ix, and here with me is Tic Tac Foe and Carla Braun. And before we get into that, thanks to our sponsors once again, Kaspersky, Mossmouth, and ViewSonic Elite, and Twitch is our host. But I'm hoping, TTF, you can walk us through the state of the leaderboard right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. We have DT in first place, completing a 7:99 run with a time of 1:18. So that'll be the time to beat for the rest of the speedrunners today and tomorrow. Speff also with a completion at a time of 1:22. And Krill with the first completion of the day, setting the mark at 1:41 in third place. Twiggle, the last of our speedrunners who has completed a run at 2 hours and 14 minutes. And our remaining three, Hectique, Grump, and Xanagir, in that order, looking for their first completion.
Yeah, very good. So I mentioned Cosmic Ocean, but for folks who might be tuning in for the first time, do you want to talk us through what do we even mean by this category, Cosmic Ocean?
Sure. So Cosmic Ocean is a category or place in this game that is a special area that you can reach once you do certain either requirements in terms of getting items and doing certain things in different zones, or just knowing a very precise skip. And once you reach that place, it's a lot different from the usual zones you see in Spelunky, because they just keep on going. There are 99 levels that you can go through, and all of the levels loop around in a way that you can fall for a long time and go left to right in a looping manner.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, we are going for first completion and second time, so it's mostly a marathon endurance run kind of deal. So yeah, looking forward to how these runners are gonna keep pushing their limits on time.
Great, and even though the category is Cosmic Ocean, we're gonna take a peek at a runner, Xanagir, who's still working his way towards Cosmic Ocean on this run. They made it about halfway through in a previous visit to 750, and we're gonna see some of the steps that are necessary just to even get started in the Cosmic Ocean. Nice little roulette shop here, and a mechanic that we may have pointed out before, but we've found a way to manipulate the dice to either give us a jackpot or to give us the prize every time. So looks like it's trying to avoid the mid. Yeah, this is one of these differences between personal preference, but forced to take it.
Yeah, has to complete all 5 victories here to get invited to the Palace of Pleasure. So yeah, had to take that mitt.
I noticed Twiggle went for the mitt intentionally on a previous run, so not just a small difference of opinion. They're actually, in some cases, going out of the way to get it, and then going out of the way to avoid it. Personally, I would avoid it just like Xanagir, but Twiggle's the one with a good Cosmic Ocean completion, so I'll take it from his perspective that's the right answer.
Obviously, you only can only finish Cosmic Ocean if you pick up that mid. Anything if you don't have that, it's literally impossible.
Yeah, the best way to resolve any sorts of disputes is to show its best by performing best with it.
Can't argue with success, you know?
Exactly.
I believe I saw it earlier today from Xanagir. They might try an Ankh skip to get the tablet,
Okay.
which will be coming up on 4-3, the next level here. There's a very
Sure.
specific way to do it.
So we've seen the chill and skip in general, using the jetpack to get past the force fields above Tiamat, but you're describing a separate glitch exploit strategy that we're going to be able to use to make that a little bit less stressful, I would say. Also, it allows you to do it without getting the jetpack, which Xanagir does not have. So have we seen below the lava here on this level, the secret one-way door?
Well, we're gonna see soon enough.
Yep, looks like that's what Xanagir is going to do here. We're going to go below the lava. They left the sword at the top just in case they fail this skip, which actually they may not be able to do. They only have 2 bombs.
I think there's a way to get it with 2 bombs. It requires some precise bomb throws. Or he's just gonna take it, I guess.
Yeah, just going to take it.
Fair enough.
So that's kind of the intended way, I guess you could say, to do this. Is you are supposed to spend that Ankh usage there. If you went to the temple, you'd have to do a similar sacrifice. That's unskippable, but in Tide Pool here, there is a chance to skip it. But so that's fine. It's intended. It's part of what Xanagir's plan is here.
Most
We
runners.
saw Twiggle take that intentional death in his temple run earlier. So now we're going to be able to see the Abzu boss, the end of Tidal Pool. Just looking for a secret door that was unlocked when we drained the lava.
Your freeze ray. No use, sadly. Okay, so we're gonna enter Abzu. With one of the many mini bosses, I guess we could call them, or like, yeah, what do we call them actually? Just don't have a name, just bosses.
Stage boss, sure.
Stage boss, fair enough.
Big baddie.
The evil people. So yeah, gonna go to the back layer and climb all the way up to get on a platform for the boss, where Xana will use the Excalibur sword, which deals massive amount of damage and is actually one of the few ways to get through this shell of Kingu, which is the name, I think.
That's right.
I think you can do it. This was the fastest way to do it with the sword because it deals insane amount of damage, but I think you're also able to just use 20 bombs to get through, and then you can make more damage until the boss dies. That's a lot of resources.
It's something like 100 whips at that point, so you're really draining resources. So once again, this was either the intended or at least the most straightforward way of getting through this boss and getting that tablet item. And looks like Xanagir is also going to be going into the wet fur back area to get just a couple more resources. This is going to give him the spike shoes and also 6 ropes and a compass, which will be helpful for just a couple of stages. think those spike shoes are really the prize here.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
slipping on ice. I mean, ice in Cosmic Ocean can be a bit annoying to handle.
Yeah, and these spike boots paired with Vlad's cape are really strong too. We'll see in the Hundun fight, if you're floating down with the cape, it'll exponentially make your boot damage do more. So the longer you're floating, you'll be able to one-shot the Hundun heads, which is real nice, real easy way to deal with that boss.
Yep. So we're still focusing on Xanagir. Just want to note that DT has another fast-paced run in the early stages of Cosmic Ocean, but just 18 minutes or so into level 712. So on really good a pace to
That
potentially
will-
beat his PB or even break the record live.
That would be amazing. Some of that movement there on DT's end was really close around that jellyfish.
Well, focusing on Xanagir again, here's the Ubshati room. We collected that tablet from Kingu, and all these Ubshatis have, like I was mentioning earlier, different descriptions, and it looks like we're looking for a Vortex Obsidian. I didn't see the third description.
Tall.
We're
I
looking
think.
tall. Okay, we're looking for that specific Ubshati because inside is Chillin, which is our mount to get above Tiamat. Looks like Xanagir has found it.
Yep, and even when the runners are in that menu, the timer continues to tick up. So reading is a fundamental skill in speedrunning Cosmic Ocean.
Who says video games don't teach you? Important. Fast reading.
Now Xanagir will have to deliver this Ubshati to the next level. It's not too much to ask, but things can go wrong. Neo Babylon is pretty dangerous.
Very few resources in the bombs department as well. Makes me think if did Xanagir deposit the clone gun?
No, they
don't think
skipped
so.
it for the Excalibur.
Yeah.
Ah, right. Can't drop.
Just on that reading time and that Ushabti room in general, we had early on a pretty impressive world record for Sunken City that lost more than 30 seconds looking for the correct Ushabti.
Oh no.
So a little bit of RNG that we sometimes skip by doing the full Chillin skip, and not on this run, but in many of the other runs we've seen.
And there's Tusk's Palace of Pleasure there, which Xanagir was invited to for winning those 5 dice rolls.
Yep, so just a quick hit point bonus there. There's usually a crate in there as well, so maybe just a few extra resources, but that HP is going to be really helpful. Looks like we do not have the Kapala yet, so relying on these mini health upgrades to stay alive as long as possible. Hopefully we'll get that Kapala before going into the Cosmic Ocean, though.
Yeah, I think Xana's looking for the damsel in the level here to sacrifice.
Yes, we saw Hectic earlier sacrifice all of the bodies from the security guards from that palace, but when you have when you are invited, they don't aggro on you, so aggroing them is not necessarily the way to go if you just want to get the help. But yeah, just bringing the cat there and getting the Kapala that way should work out fine.
Yeah. Again, this is going to be really, really important for the later stages in Cosmic Ocean. Let's see if this is... So needs to make at least another couple sacrifices to get the Kapala. I'm wondering if Xanagir... Okay, so we will start to go to war with these shopkeepers here.
Alright.
Yeah, we're looking for a loose shotgun on the floor. but just going back and forth to try to have the shopkeepers shoot each other, and then finish the job with a loose shotgun.
Yeah, the Xana has iframes while going in and out of this door, so it's safer than it looks. Oh, they all went up top. Oh, there they are.
Okay, that's gonna be good.
Oh.
Oh!
Fine? Question mark? There we are.
Okay. I think every time they drop down, they just climb up the ladder on the side again. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that extra hit points that Xanagear got from being invited in has been relevant in this now more aggressive second phase. Oh, there's a shotgun down there.
Oi.
Oh, real smart setting up that rope there. He's hoping to manipulate them to climb up it, and then he can just bop them onto Kali's altar. If they take the rope. Doesn't look like they want
Take the
to.
bait.
Yeah.
All right, so Arm just waiting to shoot them, but they're coming from both sides.
Oh no.
Oh no. That was a really good attempt, and the risk made sense. We were going for that Kapala. What do you think, guys? Should we do DT or another runner right now? Maybe we'll find him later. Krill's getting back into the competition, so let's welcome with a featured spot.
Sounds good.
Hi, Krill.
Yeah, Krill getting the first completion today of the 799 with a time of 1:41. Real exciting to watch. Very early too. I was very surprised that even we have 4 completions today already, and there's still a whole nother day of competition yet too.
Yeah, definitely. I want to say it, but I feel like I would jinx it. So I'm not going to say that everyone's gonna get a 99 completion. I did not say it, so it's not my fault if it doesn't happen.
So there's other ways of getting the same point. So everyone has potential, and we've seen early success that suggests. But yeah, if we're definitive about it, then we're at the risk of caster cursing. I believe in them. I think they're all gonna do it.
Me too. Turns out Spelunky 2 is a pretty difficult game. It's only been out for, what, 3-4 months? So it's pretty amazing to see these speedrunners put up these times in a marathon scenario too.
So, Krill seems to reset for the 1-2 perfect shot with a jetpack.
Okay.
I'm not sure why, but maybe he's already straight aiming for the record, so he's not going to take unoptimal builds or runs where he would invest time in, where he wouldn't get the ability to skip the long part of the run. That would be the chain.
Sure.
But
Yeah,
if he wants to go for the better placement, I think going for the cape or Vlad's cape would still be a viable option.
Got it. Well, while he's grinding, how about we move over to Twiggle for a bit, who's in one of these really interesting phases. 6-3, one of the most dangerous levels in all Spelunky 2. He's got the clone gun, jetpacks are really set up for a good late game if he's able to get a Sun Challenge on 7-1, dupe those resources, and then move into Cosmic Ocean at 99 bombs, 99 ropes.
Would be a great start.
And the first step is this really nasty skip. We've seen a couple different approaches here. Looks like Twiggle wants to go straight up the middle. This is the same strategy Speff was using, while Hectique was ledge grabbing on the side, and they found that was a little bit easier, more straightforward. But I like this middle route.
I've been told it's easier, but I think going to the side's easier. It's more comfortable. I think I've done it more than the middle strat, but they both work pretty consistently.
Yeah, there's a tighter window up the middle. You run out of jetpack fuel pretty easily, but then on the right side or the left side, there's going to be spark traps that can just end your run immediately. So I think that's why it feels safer to me. But yeah, not. There's definitely no agreement on this point, and interesting shop here. So that probably suggests that there is going to be a sun challenge. I was thinking that was going to take up too much of the real estate in this level.
Yeah, so we'll see Twiggle do the sun challenge here, and yeah, bringing the clone gun in with them because the intention there is to clone the supply bag once we complete this challenge.
Another difference I've noticed between these runners, Twiggle is not leaving his jetpack outside. We saw Groomp leave it out there for safety, but I guess Twiggle's feeling safe enough to bring it in. We'll see how that works out.
Taking a few hits here. It's fine though. We'll be getting health back with the Scapala.
There's a lot going on there.
Worked out. That's all we needed to see.
All part of the plan.
So clone gun, and look at those resources. 99.99. Finds the bow from Wadler, and we're moving on.
Now it's just speed. Checking crates for something.
Still
Getting
stopping for those hit points.
Yeah, that's a neat little gimmick, in my opinion.
I've used it in one of my early Sunken City runs. Just a real speedrunner moment.
Taking the 10 seconds for safety.
I finished with fewer than 4 hit points, so it was worth it on that run, and I've since gotten a much better time, but just the difference between early on in a speedrunning game and afterwards when it starts to become more competitive.
Yeah, those little things are gonna add up.
Mm-hmm. I just want to highlight one thing going on in another stream. The DT has been poisoned in Cosmic Ocean and is recovering and building on hit points with that mummy farming that we saw Groomp and possibly other runners do. So getting a really high hit point count. Mm-hmm. High hit point count to take away that disadvantage from poison.
The poison is also a bit of a thing you have to keep in mind during your normal run, not only running out of health, but also the fact that you get a stun on the tick. So if that happens in a bad situation, it can mean some bad chain reactions of sorts.
Yeah, absolutely. Just setting off an immediate death can certainly happen.
See Twiggle here fighting the final boss, Hundun. You start at the bottom of the level, and the intention is to go up and fight it in the arena, but you see Twiggle taking it on in the middle of the level so we can get into Cosmic Ocean just a few moments faster.
Yeah, and I don't know when we learn this, but I'm seeing the runners not even wait for Hundun's corpse to rise to the top, and they're flying right into that eye as they shoot the arrow. I was pretty sure going to this that there was a hitbox there, and that would be some damage and cause you to die on spikes, but I guess that is not the case.
The legs have the hitbox, so you gotta watch out for the knees.
Yeah, they can stomp you and bounce you around in a weird way.
And with spikes below, that can always end your run right there. But here's Cosmic Ocean. If anyone's joining us for the first time and seeing the ocean for the first time, it's 95 levels, and you can see right now that Twiggle's dealing with looping. On the left and right side of the level, you can go and loop to the corresponding side. Same with up and down. So it adds a bit more of a puzzle to Spelunky. a little bit a different wrinkle.
Spelunky is
Different
my
way to
favorite puzzle game.
Yeah, and then our door is covered by the cosmic jellyfish, and it will one-shot a speedrunner with all of their health. But to unlock it, we have to destroy 3 orbs.
Oh.
No!
Well,
That's
maybe we'll check in on Twiggle in a little bit, but Krill has finally found that jetpack, and we wanted to spotlight his run, so I'm gonna kick it over there. Also, we're
Nice. In the
we're
jungle.
seeing another runner in the jungle, so looking for some more resources here than you'll tend to get if you go the Volcana route.
sacrificing working on that Kapala already.
I hear incessant buzzing noise in this jungle. That beehive in the middle.
Seems like he decided against killing the mini boss in that beehive. The queen bee from the beehive drops royal jelly, which is a 4 health, right?
8?
8?
It's a lot of health. It's a considerable amount of health.
I think it was 4 in HD, and now it's 8.
All right.
But yeah, a lot of very small differences between the two games, and every once in a while this is going to turn into a mechanics trivia game with Twitch chat. I'm sure they'll correct us if we get anything wrong.
Hopefully.
I'm getting that immediately from chat that it's 6 hit points.
All right.
6 age.
Nice.
Who knows? There could have been a rebalancing patch on that issue.
Alright, so Will is looking for the black market. Did he pick up the... Ah, no, he did. So I assume he's going to go for the kill and skip again, instead of going for the chain. But maybe if he finds the black market just out of, you know, seeing it from the corner of the eye in one of those back levels, just trying to get there and rob it for extra resources, maybe an option, but who knows?
And there's a few ways to tell where the black market is, even if you don't have the Ujet eye, which tells you where it is. On the level, if you have a compass, there'll be 2 compass arrows, letting you know there's an exit down below, so there must be a black market. Also, if you go into the back layer, you'll hear the black market music. That's another way to tell. And if the moon challenge is on the level like we're on now with Krill, that means it is not there. So there are a few ways to kind of sleuth it out.
It's a big decision by Krill, skipping the myth there. Some more controversy over this item.
Mid controversy. Alright.
But into the Olmec fight. Looks like we're gonna grab the Ankh in a quick manner, maybe?
We don't have the bombs for that.
Oh, don't have bombs, yeah. So just setting up the entry point for the first time we see Waddler. We'll carry our bow to the sunken city.
And I'm just realizing that one of the big reasons that Krill expressed an interest in the jungle is to get paste. Since we're leaving the jungle without paste, that's probably not a regret. It was the right call, but just didn't get that luck that they were expecting. No payoff.
Yeah, you really hope to find one of those big spiders that drop paste. And just didn't get lucky there.
Looks like T's having some problems, and yeah, gonna be resetting there. Looks like they lost their jetpack and was frantically running around the temple level trying to get away from that jellyfish, but I'm gonna call it curtains there.
Yeah, we didn't see the death, or at least I wasn't focused on it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't one of those mini stuns with the poison that you pointed out, TTF.
Mini stun into a crush trap. Something along those lines.
Yeah, spike, crush trap. Who knows?
Are there spikes in the temple?
No. Nice clone gun grab there for Krill.
The jetpack makes that challenge a lot easier.
There was one day where a patch went through that allowed the jetpack to light torches, which made that challenge even easier. But they quickly eliminated that jetpack buff.
There's a note saying this wasn't supposed to go live. Whoops.
Whoopsie. It also cooked turkey, right? It was generating health all along the way.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool. It made
fun.
those no gold runs a little more difficult. So gold splashing out of the torches that you're collecting or you're setting on fire.
Oh
So,
yeah, right.
Pros and cons.
So we're gonna
I'd
see
say it was-
our second waddler entrance here in the ice caves. See, it's on the left side over there. Or we might actually skip it. Right, they've been skipping it.
Just
There's
want
the
to point
Yeti
out
Queen down.
a successful Tiamat skip for Grump.
Oh, does he have an angry ton? He does.
Oh,
Guarding the ship there.
that is something you don't see that often.
Do you know if that is going to affect the Sun Challenge spawning?
So there's a few. Yes, it will. But there's a few ways to reset Tun's aggro. If you kill Tun 3 times, she's like, "All right, we're good," and won't be angry with you anymore. But if we haven't done that by the time we get to the Sun Challenge, Tun will be guarding it.
Got it.
It is a weird de-aggro interaction.
Yeah, very different from the shopkeepers, right?
Yeah, it's the opposite.
So we'll learn very, very shortly if Grump's run is already over and we just don't know it.
Well, we can still get the light arrow.
there we
Looks
go.
like Tun's not angry, so we're good to go. It would involve stealing the light arrow. which costs
Oh,
a few
okay, got
bucks.
it. Got it.
You just don't get that supply bag, which is a really good reason to do the Sun Challenge instead of just stealing from it.
Alright, so we'll see Krill attempt the Tiamat skip as well. Pretty low resource count for the entire run, but that's all going to change if he's able to pull off the skip and gets a good Sun Challenge layout.
It's like we're doing the middle rope skip here. Well done.
Yeah,
Always nice to see.
we've seen it work out quite a few times. It is much harder than it looks. It's a certain rhythm that you want to be tapping on your controller. But moving on to Sunken City.
You can see that constellation in the background that Krill created earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, immediate challenge, that's nice.
Getting some HP here before going into the challenge, that's fair. Challenge can go wrong from time to time. You get bounced around by some enemies. It's good to have that extra bit of cushion.
Yeah, getting the stun is pretty much a death sentence. If there is a shaman thing in there that will just curse you, and then you, well, not gonna survive for that much longer when you're cursed and only have 1 HP.
You see Krill using 2 bombs there to destroy the enemy spawner. 2 bombs because the splash needs to be created larger from a single bomb. but makes it much more safe up in that corner.
So from 2 bombs to 98 bombs. Almost got there. I don't think that's going to be too disappointing.
That's more than enough. Should be more than enough. The frog.
The bully frog.
Alright, getting the bow.
Looking good.
Not too much in the build besides that, though. Just the spike boots.
Yeah, it's quite a sparse build, but all the essentials are there.
Mm-hmm. So missing our favorite paste item that makes clearing paths much easier, makes the boss easier. I think spikes are probably the most important item for Hundun, the way Krill's been playing it. So attacking the boss as a single head comes out instead of waiting for that top layer. So we'll see if that's true here. One more stage. Meanwhile, Groom's in the middle of this fight right now as well.
Yep.
But dealing with both heads at the same time, so that's where that paste bomb power-up comes really in handy.
Yeah. One thing, if you can't manage to get rid of the first head before the second one comes out, is if you want to bounce on the heads, they shoot fireballs at you, and if you have a jetpack, then that can mean that you get hit and explode. So
Mhm.
getting rid of them early on is definitely something most runners will try to do.
Alright, so climbing up Hundun. We saw Groomp is able to make it out alive. And here's Krill engaging with the head. Couple quick stomps before that second head comes out. Piece of cake.
The spike shoes are great. Gonna watch the hatching of the
Oof.
snake. Oh.
Might have to retreat farther up into the level here. It's not very open to fight the snakehead here.
Yeah, we're taking like a 15-second time loss, but just staying safe and moving on towards the Cosmic Ocean is clearly the goal here.
And the water coming up here is actually a problem, or can be a problem when you're trying to bop the heads. The water can reset your fall there and screw it
Yep.
up, but good dodge there.
So successful fight by Krill, and I think now is probably a good chance to thank our sponsors and take a couple minutes off. Just a reminder, this is Break the Record Live. We're playing Spelunky 2, and we're having quite a few visits to the Cosmic Ocean. Thanks to our sponsors Kaspersky, Mossmouth, and ViewSonic Elite, and our host Twitch. But I'll see everyone in a couple minutes. All right, and welcome back to Break the Record Live. We're playing Spelunky 2, and we are competing in the category Cosmic Ocean. Seen quite a few completions already earlier today, but we're hoping to see some even faster ones, and hoping that one of them is going to break the world record. My name is Ix, and with me is Tic Tac Phone and Carl LeBron. Once again, thanks to the sponsors Kaspersky, ViewSonic Elite, and Mossmouth, the developers of Spelunky 2. That have helped us have a nice prize pool for the runners here. You want to give us an overview of the standings, Carla Braun?
Sure. So at the top spot currently is DT with a full completion of the Cosmic Ocean, all 99 levels, with a time of 1:18, setting him in the first spot. The other three people have completed the full Cosmic Ocean, so are ranked by time, which are Speff with a time of 122, Krill on third spot with a time of 141, which was the first completion of the Cosmic Ocean part of this Break the Record Live event. And in fourth spot is Triggle with a time of 214. And Hectic and Groom are still working on actually completing the full Cosmic Ocean, and their personal bests are 785 for Hectic and 759 for Groom. So we're looking forward to some more improvement on those times and distances.
Great, and just to give a sense of where we are in these current runs, we're watching Groomp here, who is just getting started in this run into the Cosmic Ocean. We're also seeing that Krill just made it right before our break, and DT is just a couple levels behind, heading to the Sunken City. So 4 more levels, and moving pretty quickly to get a new PB on this in this race situation.
Yeah, there have been a lot of goal times in these splits, which is not surprising. They aren't as interesting, let's say, as the ones that we had in the All Shortcuts Tiamat tournament. But it's still nice to see that going fast early on definitely pays out a lot. Going into Cosmic Ocean at like 10-minute times, definitely world record pace, which we want to see. Or which is what we want to see.
Yeah, and that world record they're looking to break, I believe, is 57 minutes and change. So it's no small task there.
Yeah, it's a pretty good time. You can say that pretty confidently.
Pretty good.
The current world record holder, Ivory, is also, I think, the first person who ever completed a sub 1 hour Cosmic Ocean run.
Yep. Yeah, I believe that's true.
And that's been a really fun stream to watch. It's a mix of speedruns of Cosmic Ocean, some additional challenge runs, things like visiting the eggplant world first, but then also just speedruns, completing a ton of them. I think we're in the 30s at this point for that runner's trips to the CO.
Completions,
Really impressive stuff.
I think he has like
stuff.
30, 37 or something crazy like that.
Okay, ask again tomorrow.
There'll be more.
So Groomp is doing well in this Cosmic Ocean, but hasn't yet acquired his favorite item, the teleporter. Clearly a very safe tool for getting through these levels. I was amazed as a
build otherwise. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was amazed. Dear, we just got hit by an arrow.
It's fine. It's not fine.
Not fine. That's one of the things that can basically only happen in CO.
Yeah, taking upwards of 99 damage there on that single arrow, and then the fall damage. I was just about to say that I was really amazed at how long he lasted with the number of teleports he was using. But yeah, unfortunately it didn't translate to a victory. It could have shattered the world record if he was going at teleporter pace for 99 levels.
Oh, that would be really fast.
Yep. We would have been done here, probably. At least for a little bit.
Oh, making something fall into the loop.
And the temple there, there it is. There's a mummy right there on the temple. We can get another mummy moment from Groomp. That's where we'll get a body here from the sorceress. And we'll stand right in front of the mummy and use the Kapala Cup to gain... maybe not.
Wait, where is
It landed
If he can-
somewhere else in the loop.
Oh, that's good. That's actually really good.
Yeah, that's fine.
I was thinking if he could have synced his fall with the jetpack to where the mummy was. Just
That would have been impressive.
yeah,
Yeah.
things that would surely go wrong, but So this is at least the third time we've seen Groom do this on stream, but if you see the upper left, the hit points are going to be increasing by about 1 every time. So trying to avoid major losses of life from poison, but ultimately every time he's done this there's been an immediate death that comes a few levels later. So
and Group is limited by the time for doing this. At 3 minutes, another cosmic jellyfish will spawn. So we can't do this all day, but we can get quite a good chunk of health back.
Yep. And just a side note, DT has once again made it to the Cosmic Ocean. Just dispatched Hundun, and currently about a minute below his PB. So moving at a good pace, but really it's going to be how much time does he spend on every level for the next 94 levels. That's going to decide, is he going to get a PB? Is he going to get a world record?
I think most racers or speedrunners will be aiming for a sub 30-second level for each level. But it's kind of dependent on how the level generates. It can be generate as a 1x2 block area, or like 6x6, and which is just gigantic.
That was fast for those bubble breaks.
Yeah, Group's been setting a pretty breakneck pace here. It's cost him an Ankh, and but hopefully we'll be able to continue this for the next 80 or so levels.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Just to talk through some of the other runners, Krill is now in 7:19, also on pretty good pace, a couple of minutes below his PB. Now 7:20.
It looks like DT's ocean trip didn't last too long there.
Yeah, seems like something went bad.
And yeah, that's Cosmic Ocean. It can end as quickly as it starts.
Yep, at this
We have a lot
point,
of-
now that he's completed a run, he's looking for something faster than an hour 18 minutes.
Faster than the fastest run on the event so far. Quite something to be able to aim for.
Sure. But do we think that was also the fastest death in Cosmic Ocean?
A lot of witch doctors there. They're the most dangerous enemy in the jungle here. If that skull hits a speedrunner, it'll curse them, taking them down to 1 HP.
Oh, that monkey solar. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Yeah, and that's going to be it. Another death with about 40 HP, but that's Cosmic Ocean. Plenty of ways to kill you just immediately like that.
That was so unfortunate with the monkey and the pace bomb.
I've
Oh.
actually seen Groomp in a similar monkey situation like that, where the monkey actually threw the bomb onto Groomp in the Cosmic Ocean. It's good stuff.
Oh.
All right, well, I want to see how Xanagir handles these very deadly stages in Neo Babylon. So we'll take a look over here for just a few stages and perhaps check out some other runners.
Sounds good.
So 6-2.
Oopshoti room here? Oh, maybe not. Doesn't have the tablet.
Well, so here's the big decision. Do you go for the 1 in 100, grab an Ushapti, and hope that you get a chillin' on the next level?
It'd be pretty glorious. It looks like that's what we're doing.
I think we are.
Let's go.
Was this the smiling clay eye?
Seems like it.
Excellent choice.
Sure.
That is the taste of a connoisseur.
So we'll know very soon. All right,
Nope.
so nice way of showing us that here's what happens when you pick the wrong Ushabti. Absolutely nothing. So the whole quest moving forward to that point is to get the tablet which tells you the correct one. But that tablet isn't necessary except the 1 in 100 chance that you have to get the correct one without it.
So Xana Gear here doing some shenanigans to get the Palace Palace of Pleasure cleared out. He does not seem to have the Kapala, so that's probably the goal to get from this level back room door thing. Sacrificing all the security guards on the altar that is directly below the entrance.
It looks like he's probably killed all but one of them, and just trying to look for a safe opportunity to pick up a shotgun to finish that last one. And safe, of course, is relative in Spelunky. Oh,
Ouch.
Just caught there, unfortunate.
yeah. Alright, so I think it's a good opportunity to switch over to Spef we haven't seen for a while. Pulling out some Olmec strategies.
Going for the fastest strats.
What else?
Well, what else?
Yeah, effectively skipping the Olmec fight here, the 3 phases, and just going in through the exit door to get the Ankh. Thanks, Olmec.
It's one of the coolest skips in my opinion, even though it costs a bunch of bombs. It's just so much faster and it breaks the order of the game, so to say. Even more so than the kill and skip or the Ankh skip, where you skip the death from the lava traps. Because this one is complete backwards situation, kinda.
Reverse boss order.
Alright.
Not
Doesn't-
gonna gamble this time.
Yep, just recognizing that they have a really good time to beat, so no time for gambling. That 1 hour 22-minute run is going to be tough to beat if you take a couple minutes to play a game of dice.
Oh, is this a large
Oh.
level too? I think.
Oh, is it echoing? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's echoing.
Getting the Kapala here? Is the hired help enough for the Kapala reward? Nope.
I don't think these squids give. Oh no, they do. Okay. It's the
Nice.
crabs that don't give Kapali or Kali favor.
Could have also sacrificed the axolotl. Not taking the axolotl for ultimate speed.
I'd like to see axolotl teleports in the Cosmic Ocean.
That would be quite something. Alright, going for the clone gun with one bomb. That seems like a reasonable thing to do, since it's unlikely to find a shop with lots of bombs later on. Or you don't want to have to hope for that, so instead you just do the guaranteed sun challenge and do the big bag.
It's good. Also recovering some of that gold that'll be necessary for that sun challenge later.
Using the last bomb. Interesting decision.
Yeah, I think that was almost forced, but we'll see if that comes up later as a problem for this run.
Xanagir in the meantime doing the Sun Challenge in Sunken City. Continued after the death in the palace. So keep an eye out on that screen maybe. for some shenanigans that could happen over there.
Yeah.
Looks like they did take the jetpack off just to be a little extra safe during it, which is fair.
Well, was the jetpack blown up in the Pleasure Palace? I didn't.
Oh,
I didn't
maybe.
see
No,
that.
uh,
It wasn't. Okay.
It wasn't.
Oh yeah,
We just dropped it for the challenge.
yeah.
got
How
it.
would they get here otherwise? They needed to skip.
Fair. Although we have developed jetpackless Tiamat
true.
skip.
That's true.
True, no percent. Sunken City strats.
Hoping someone in Twitch chat would have pointed that out if we were missing it.
Yeah, should definitely be something that should be on the big screen if someone actually goes for that. If someone goes for a low percent CO during this event, that's definitely gonna be on the highlights or something. Spef enjoying a bit of funky music in the Yeti caves.
A lot of fan favorites. Yeti King and Yeti Queen. Back to Neobab. I'm assuming taking this mine along just because we don't have a bomb gives us the option to be a pseudo bomb, essentially. Use it where we need it.
Probably to kill the security guard on the next level to get the shotgun immediately.
We don't need to do that. That was yesterday we needed to do that.
Ah, true. But maybe put some extra health, but I don't think Spef goes for that. Some runners go for that. I don't think Spef is one of them though.
Oh dear. Nice mech placement there.
All right.
Yes, one more level here before the Tiamat skip.
Tiamat, killing skip, all the same. Never a consistent name for something. All right.
Quick hi and bye to Tiamat, and we'll head upstairs.
Thanks for the memories.
The good memories of dying to fall damage on PB pace for the event. Oh no. Alright.
Well
Nice
done.
ascension. It's always nice to see that. It's satisfying.
Yeah, you can tell Spef's very practiced with that strategy. I'm nervous every time, but not seeing even any feelings of success afterwards. No feelings of relief. It's just, I know I'm going to make it every time.
That's what practice gets you.
Alright, Sunken City again for Spef.
Getting that extra 4 health from Mom. Oh, Xanagir has to deal with a dark level in the Sunken City. One of the weirdest music in the game in dark levels, but should be able to pull through there without too many problems. He has the skill and knowledge for the zone.
Sure, well, I want to give Tic Tac Foe any closing thoughts. I think your time in this segment is coming to a close. What have you enjoyed about the last 2 hours? What stands out to you?
I've really been enjoying kind of this midday Cosmic Ocean running from our racers. They're starting to deal with the fatigue, and I'm curious to see how much faster we can go. I would love to see some more completions.
Yeah, I hope so as well. All right, with that, thank you so much for your time on the microphone. I'm going to bring in another caster, Twin, right now.
Yeah, thanks
Hi,
for
Twin.
having me.
Welcome to the broadcast.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, Twitch.
Just watching some Spelunky.
Having a good time, you know.
I just seen the leaderboard and I see we have a bunch of 799 completions, which is incredible already. But we are kind of far from the world record so far, aren't we?
Yeah, a little less than half an hour behind, but I've just pulled up the leaderboard if you want to go through the competitors right now.
Yeah, so I'll be actually like seeing for the first time with you guys. So DT in first place, surprise, surprise, like yesterday, but we still have a long time to go. 799 with a time of 1 hour and 18 minutes 55 seconds. Second is Spef with another 799, 1 hour 22:34. So that's really close actually. Third is Krill. 71 with a 799, 1 hour and 41 minutes, showing how hard it is to just beat the category actually. And Twiggle with another 799, fourth place, 2 hours and 14 minutes. Then we have Ectic that reached 785, Grump in sixth place with a 759, and Xanagir with a 750. So anytime like better than any completion better than 786 will get you fifth place for Grump or Xanagir. Obviously those guys wants to go to 799, but it is incredible to me to actually already see 4 complete runs. It's insane.
Great,
it's
well,
actually
thanks
crazy.
Yeah, thanks so much for that. Well, I think this is now another opportunity, a little bit of a low right now, that we can take a quick break to thank our sponsors, and they are Kaspersky and Mossmouth, who contributed our prize pool that we just showed on screen, and then also ViewSonic Elite and Twitch. But we'll be back very soon with more Break the Record Live, playing Spelunky 2 after the word from our sponsor. All right, and welcome back to Break the Record Live. This is Spelunky 2, and we're deep into the cosmic ocean. On screen right now is Xanagir, just starting off another one of the runs into Cosmic Ocean. We're going to see some great action with that run. I'm Ix, hosting for this segment, and with me is Twin and also Carlebron. But Twin, you've been spectating for before you just jumped on microphone. Any initial takeaways that you want to share with the folks at home?
Yeah, first time actually surprised those guys are actually doing it. Like, you have to understand how hard it is to just reach Cosmic Ocean, and then actually beating the 99 levels of Cosmic Ocean is like quite the challenge. So I was not sure what to expect from the leaderboard at that point. Like, we are about 6 hours in, and yeah, we still have like 3/4 of the way to go. So those runners are actually making very, very good progress. I'm not sure what are the strats that are involved right now, like 6 hours in. What's going on through the runner's mind? You think, like, are they grinding to get like very, very good starts, or are they just like hoping to complete runs at that point?
Well, we already saw a lot of people reset for jetpack early on, because I assume they want to do the kill and skip immediately and not have to deal with the chain. So they want to save some time there. I don't think that has changed much. Oh, I don't think that will change much for today. Maybe tomorrow we will see more, even more aggressive play, or even more aggressive grinding to get the perfect start, so to say. But we will see.
Yeah, I think there's also a difference. Xanagir seems to be more open to taking more of the initial seeds and not worrying so much about what the early kit is going to look like. But yeah, as Carlebron mentioned, we are seeing a bunch of resets as early as 1-2 when they don't see a shop with items they're looking for.
Yeah, understandable. It's like those huge item, makes such a big difference. Twiggle, I see on screen, has quite the loadout currently, and even the alien compass. So yeah, it makes sense. You want to be as fully loaded as possible to get through those levels. As you can see, Xanagir has 20 HP, the Capella, 75 bombs. So it seems like quite a lot, but you actually cannot use one bomb per level at that point. It's like, it's insane how much stuff you have to go through, and so much can kill you in one hit. So it's the run just starts when you reach Cosmic Ocean, but already you know if you're in a good spot or not, depending on the items you have. So that's interesting.
Yeah, the things that kill you one hit get amplified a bit as well if you want to go the fastest way, which is the kill and skip, where you use the jetpack, because losing your mobility in Cosmic Ocean is not a death sentence in itself if you know how to maneuver around without mobility, but it definitely kills your time, or will cut a big make you lose a bunch of time just from not being able to get to orbs the fastest and most direct way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw one of Spef's early runs, in fact maybe even his first seed, losing the jetpack and the Ankh, but then it seemed like his run continued for another, let's say, dozen or 15 levels. That was far longer than I was expecting. But yeah, it's not a death sentence, but as you mentioned, we're playing for speed, not just to completion, and so losing that critical mobility jetpack item is going to be really detrimental for that pace.
And my other question for you, so I can fully understand what's going on, is what's the strat with the duplication gun? Well, what's the hope, like, to get a bunch of bomb boxes?
So the Sun Challenge gives the runners, I believe it's 24 of each bombs and ropes if you complete it without dying, and the runners are using that clone gun to duplicate that bag of bombs a few times. So immediately boosting their resources up to 99 or very close to it. The catch is, it's not always guaranteed to... the Sun Challenge isn't always guaranteed to spawn on 7-1, and so we've seen a few runners that have taken the clone gun that deep and then unfortunately had to sub it out for the bow and arrow.
Bow. Yeah,
So,
the bow
yeah.
is mandatory. You cannot let it sit for the gun. So yeah, all right. So bombs are the most important resource. If you have enough ropes to get past Tiamat, you're good, I guess. But still, having the more resources you have, the better. The loadout for Xanagir is not that crazy, actually. Just the spike boots and the compass, which is completely useless. Only the alien compass will give you hints on where the exit actually is in Cosmic Ocean. So yeah, that's cool.
Right. Groom currently doing the kill and skip. Nice and easy. Done it a bunch of times. No big problem.
So yeah, not using the full 6 ropes you need to get past, like we saw Twiggle do a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah.
It's not so easy. It seems like it seems doable, but actually, like, the intended way to get past that with the mount is such a long quest. I totally understand why the runners don't do that.
We had at least one run completed that way. Twiggle, in fact, went through the temple, completed Duat, and got the tablet. Nice. So not everyone is using the exploit, the glitch, or the strat, whatever you want to call it.
Skills. Do we take the Ankh? Like when we do the skip, it would save the run if you die in Cosmic Ocean. Is a strat? Yeah.
Most runners try to get the Ankh. Exactly for that reason. They don't want to use it to get the chain items, but they want to have the extra safety in case something goes horribly bad in Cosmic Ocean. And we also saw both ways that people get them is either by just digging in a hole with Olmec or doing a skip that turns the whole fight kind of on its head, and you just grab the egg and leave immediately. Don't even have to bother with Olmec, but it costs 5 bombs, I think.
Yep, and we just saw Krill complete that right now.
Alright.
Yeah, okay,
Really-
and
really
Grump is
useful
going
strat.
for that bomb dupe, so going to see that tube gun put to good use. So okay, I see. Okay, I feel like I understand what's going on now. Very cool to see. But yeah, considering the runs and how fast they're going, I have no clue how world record gets sub-hour time. But all right, I'm here for the show.
Yeah, the sub-hour time from Ivory is really impressive. I don't actually know if he skipped anything of the quote-unquote most important things that people get, people are getting right now for that world record, but maybe it was a real good, solid start into Cosmic Ocean with like a, I don't know, sub 10-minute time into Cosmic Ocean and then just getting all the good levels and playing perfectly. But yes, that's risky play, and risky play is what we like to see because that's for the most entertainment, right?
Yeah, and yeah, when you want to break the record live, you have to try to go as fast as possible. So, yeah. All right. So Spef is on 7:23, Xanagir is on 7:16, and I feel like
Ceiling spike ball trap was quite the moment there, exiting.
yep. That sigh of relief. Oh, and yeah, spam frequency in chat. Dogo is here.
It's just getting comforted by the dog after that moment. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Normally
goal.
we'd move away from runners if they took a break from gaming, but I'll at least give a couple seconds here.
The dog is
Yeah.
a good excuse.
Yep. Best dog.
All right.
You can't take too big of a break because you'll lose like your momentum. I feel like Cosmic Ocean is such like a repetitive endeavor. You have to keep on going and grind the thing if you want to go as far as possible. But the repetitiveness of it is also what kills, I feel, a lot of runs. Like you get in a mood and then you forget about an hour trap, or you are not cautious enough and you end up dying. Poison obviously is also a big thing, I guess. Like it's so easy to die from it in Cosmic Ocean.
Most of the time, you don't actually die from the poison itself, but from the stuns.
Yeah.
If you are in Cosmic Ocean, you try to get a Kapala and acquire some health along the way, so you can tank a few of the poison hits. But the stun every 30 seconds definitely can mess up your movement in some sticky situations, and that can cause a swift death.
Yep. And so I just want to queue over to Krill right now, seeing some more fun inside Neo Babylon. So we're going to get to see everyone's favorite level 6-3, but then also hopefully a good skip above Tiamat.
Neo Babylon is one of the most entertaining zones to watch, just because there's so much going on at all times.
I like that you
Everything's
added
exploding.
the most entertaining to watch and
Yeah.
a comment about to play.
Certainly not the easiest though. Yeah, everything is exploding on you. It kind of feel like the mothership from Spelunky HD. Like it's completely, I don't know, a mess. Everything at the same time, and
I mean,
yeah, sadly had to anger that guy to get past here.
it is an alien society city or something along those lines, so it makes sense that it's comparable to the alien ship from HD.
So here we
We
go.
have
We'll see if
one.
Krill goes for the middle or the side skip. I think he's going to be doing the middle here.
I think the middle is technically a few seconds faster, but the few seconds are probably more important for the normal Sunken City speedruns, not for the Cosmic Ocean thing. But yeah, just spamming the ropes that you have. So one thing to notice there is the lasers burn the ropes, but the rope only burns up to the actual hook that sticks it to the background wall. So you use many ropes to create many of those hooks along the way, and then you can just climb them up as if they were a solid normal rope.
Yeah, it seems like that section was designed specifically to just make it slightly out of reach. So the fact that the jetpacks, the fuel doesn't reset when carrying a rope or when attached to a rope, plus the fact that the ropes can't stick in certain places and other places they burn, really suggests like there was a very light touch to prevent us from doing exactly what we ended up doing when we learned a little bit more about the game. But really nice skip by Krill. Really nice demonstration here.
Yeah.
I just saw on Twiggle's screen that there's a ghost following him. Must have been a cursed pot that he broke, but something we're not seeing a ton in speedrunning is the ghost, which usually appears to push you along if you take too long in a level. And he is
here.
Okay.
The split on the worst possible situation.
So something we also haven't seen is dying to the ghost. So
Okay,
well
probably
done. Thanks for giving that full treatment of the game, Twinkle. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's one of the mechanics that also got changed from HD to this game. Is the ghost. It splits after 30 seconds after appearing into the level, which is just an extra incentive to actually get out.
Yep.
But that was one of the examples of why that is change that actually makes it a lot more difficult than one might expect, just because that split caused the ghost to launch into Twiggle there.
Yep. He was completely safe until the split and then immediately dead. Just looking around, we've got another runner. DT is going to be back in the Sunken City. Really fast time, 8 minutes and 41 seconds, just entering 7-1. So about 2 minutes faster than his previous pace. So really, really fast timing.
Everything left to do, but yeah, that's pretty nice to be a little bit faster in those couple of minutes extra at the start. Of course, replicate at the end if you do manage to stay alive for 99 levels at the end. So I don't know how I feel about like going super fast at the start, considering how much you still have to do in the end. But obviously his best event PB here is 1 hour 18 minutes, so now you cannot like go slow or play it safe.
Safe strats in speedrunning? What is this?
In Spelunky, I feel like that's... I don't know if everything is a safe strat or nothing is like...
There are no safe strats, is what I say.
Yeah.
One thing
But
that
you
keeps
all
coming
still-
up is, in Cosmic Ocean in particular, the more you're in the level, the more the level starts to break up, things like lava dripping across the level, explosions, and so there is also a speed advantage, a safety advantage to going fast in some cases, but it's really tough to balance the two.
Yeah.
You want to stay alive at all cost, but sometimes it's going fast and not like creating situation with too many enemies on screen or too many things happening at once. You want to break everything down like elements by elements and stay alive.
Or run past everything. Anything that could cause trouble, just avoid it by walking right past it.
Taking advantage of the iframe as well, Krill here, staying alive with those many enemies, and you have to remember that you have to keep that bow and arrow together up until the end of the level, or you've done all that for nothing. So
Sure.
So Kroll decided to not... I think he didn't find a good spot where he could have killed the heads directly on the way up, as we saw many other runners do. So he's taking his time up top to kill. Oh, that was one of the things I mentioned earlier, I think. if you don't manage to kill one of the heads immediately, the other one will try to shoot you and make your jetpack explode. That's a shame.
Yeah,
It's
so
gonna
you could have
reset you.
continued, but I think resetting makes sense if you're trying to go for a PB. I want to switch over to Hectique because we haven't seen him for some time. Also have an item that we really haven't spent much time with during this competition. He's got a hover pack. Do you want to talk a little bit about the mechanics of the hover pack and possibly why we haven't seen it very much so far? I'll let you take it either way.
So the hover pack is, as the name suggests, a hover thing that makes you hover, and contrary to the jetpack, it has an infinite amount of fuel, so to say, so you can hover indefinitely. But you can't change your height, and we also see Hectic here gambling for a jetpack, which he's probably going to switch to, because the ability to change your height is definitely an advantage that you want to have for your run. That was interesting. But
Yeah.
the hover pack also acts a bit differently in the way that you activate it. It's not as in a jetpack. You just have to hold your button and constantly use your fuel. The hover pack is an activation button, so you have to press once and you hover indefinitely until you feel like now it's the time to go down.
Considering
so-
how Cosmic Ocean loops together, I feel like Hoverpack is actually pretty nice. Like
It's
you
definitely
maintain
not bad.
the, yeah, like it's not so good at the start, like navigating, especially probably Neo Babylon and levels like that. But in Cosmic Ocean, I feel like you'd be pretty stoked to have a Hoverpack compared to nothing else. Even like a Telepack would be completely useless at the end of that run. So. Nice
Well-
to see Hectic get net, and then obviously happy to see them switch to the other.
We got my follow-up question right away, which was going to be, so is there ever a situation where you would take it over the jetpack? And maybe there is, but probably not in Cosmic Ocean, and we saw Hectic switch out as soon as possible. No hesitation.
The question between hoverpack and jetpack is not that great. I think a more interesting question is, or would be, if people go to the chain route and go for Vlad's Cape, if they would switch for a hoverpack. Because the hoverpack, as it is one of the technologically advanced items, explodes when it comes to contact with fire, and Vlad's Cape does not. But Vlad's Cape does not allow for infinite hover, just reduced falling speed and double jumps, which is still a very great mobility option, but that's
I feel
more of
like
a question.
the non-exploding factor with Vlad's Cape is actually like worth considering quite a bit more, because like the jetpack exploding just kills your run in Cosmic Ocean, and considering how long it is, I could see someone go for Vlad's Cape instead of the jetpack. Like I would understand the rezoning at least. It's obviously I don't feel like we're going to see that, but if someone just goes with Vlad's Cape and doesn't pick up a jetpack at some point, like doesn't gamble for it or something like that, I would not be that surprised.
Yeah,
So
I think we saw Boom
Go ahead.
do that actually, right?
So I saw this was very early on with Groomp, and there was a pretty unique situation with his HP where that extra blood might have been relevant.
Ah.
Okay. You mentioned, I think, Carla Braun, the potential for jetpacks to explode when exposed to fire. That came in handy. I'm not going to count that as a caster curse, but certainly something that you described as a possibility. But so yeah, Twin, your question. I think we did see Groomp, at least on one instance, favor Vlad's Cape over the jetpack. But I'm not sure if other runners are going to take the same position if that comes up again.
One thing that does not get mentioned a lot, but you mentioned just a few seconds ago, is the fact that Vlad's Cape increases the amount of blood that you get from enemies. So it synergizes well with Kapala, and is a nice safe extra way to gain health if you get poisoned or get somehow wiggled down in Cosmic Ocean. Lots of things falling apart for Hectic here.
Yeah.
Yes. Sadly, no.
Are we going to? Oh, we are going to see the. Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So this is why when we had a death, I wasn't even considering switching who was on stream. I really want to see this new strategy that the community came up with. We've seen runners get up with the jetpack, but turns out there's another method involving ropes. We'll see if it's a really tight timing. I don't expect this to be completed, but that's should be taken more as a challenge, and I hope he's able to crush this here.
Yeah, you need the correct start. So
Yeah,
we
you-
saw Ectic destroy the ground, so bubbles now spawn everywhere. And you have to use those bubbles to get up top, and the timing is going to be interesting. Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay. Still alive. The gun is
So-
probably lost though. Oh.
I would just leave that gun probably.
Yeah.
That'd
I
be a
think
really
this is-
greedy play.
I think this is now just to show this neat little strat off. I don't think he actually hopes to complete the Cosmic Ocean with this run anymore, but
Okay, so maybe 2 more shots.
Still good, still good.
You got this, Hectic.
do it.
You gotta have fun at some point in such a long event. Like it's okay just to take the time to try to do that.
So this initial portion is probably not pixel perfect, but pretty close. And then afterwards, he'll be able to get into a cycle, which is precise, but not as difficult as this initial section.
All right. Come on.
Just looking for that very tight timing. Yeah.
None of those bubbles are at the right spot.
So we should say this isn't just theoretically possible. We've had at least one person complete the run, not Cosmic Ocean, but have made it to the top and then beat Hundun using this method.
Nice. So low percent hunter now doesn't take like anything, right?
Yeah, in theory, you could beat Hundun without using any resources.
Oh, here we
Or at
go.
that-
He tried to go for the for the gun.
Really nice show,
Aw.
Hectic. Unfortunate end. I think we haven't seen DT for a while, so our current leader, but already 18 levels into Cosmic Ocean. But yeah, I couldn't change the screen from that. That's too hype if we would have been able to pull that off.
So we talked about the jetpack, but another item that we're seeing a lot on screen is the sticky bombs.
Sure.
It's like super useful, especially for the sun challenge first. Like you can destroy things left and right without any issue, and it's like one of those items that you can overlook a little, but on Spelunky 2 it's almost one of the MVP. I feel like it's
Yeah.
super useful on so many places.
Yeah, the paste was always a very strong item, even in Spelunky HD. But for Cosmic Ocean, it is definitely a quality of life improvement for the run. Just being able to have your bombs stick to surfaces that normally would have to cook your bombs for makes timing things a lot less stressful, because you don't have to time basically.
If I could start Sunken City with, let's say, 3 items, it'd be jetpack, Kapala, and paste. I think those are the most important 3.
Yes, I would agree.
Then it gets a little trickier. Spike shoes, pretty good.
Paste bomb bags and getting
Yeah,
the
lots
resources
of bombs.
of course.
99 bombs over 99 ropes, but both if you can. And,
Right.
resource-wise, DT is doing great here. As the Capella has 32 HP, 20 minutes into 722.
It is a
And
real good time.
yeah, that's about
6
30
minutes
minutes
ahead.
faster than Xenagear.
It's also 6 seconds faster than his current event PB. Is this event PB his normal PB as well, or?
His time is a little bit faster, and just to want to correct, it's a 6 minutes faster than his current PB. So even more impressive.
Mimes.
Oh, I've seen Anks go off on both Grump screen a couple of minutes ago and Spef screen just now. Sadly, Spef is on 7-6, so that's super early into the run. Must be a little bit heartbreaking. Only 4 HP to keep on going.
Groom seems to have lost his mobility item that he had, which
Yep.
is yeah, it seems like it got probably eaten by lava or some sorts.
But
Yeah,
there are
just
some good
like-
things happening. We have a lobster claw in Xanagir's hand.
That's a good one.
Hectique also found another jetpack after that unfortunate end to the last run, and then of course what we're seeing on DT stream, just awesome pace.
So
So we
what's the checklist when you are on a good pace? You are at like 720, 725. You have a good set of items. You need on each level to break the 3 orbs and find the exit. How do you proceed? What do you do to keep your momentum going? And what's the checklist before maybe destroying the things? Do you try to play it safe? How do you explore all the levels?
So for
I'll let you take it first.
okay, for the speed aspect, the runners don't really have time anymore to scout the level and just break the last bubble in the spot. Check out all of the level, realize where the bubbles are, and then break the last bubble when they know, okay, I know my escape route. So for the speed aspect, they basically have to just break the bubble as soon as they see it, or as fast as they can if they see. For example, DT here didn't break it immediately, but that's because he knew he would have had to bomb anyway, so it didn't really matter when he broke it. So, but for the most part, they just break the bubbles as soon as they see them and hope to find the exit while scouting for those bubbles, and then just keep in mind, I need to go more or less in this direction and try to avoid the jellyfish along the way.
DT seems to do all the time the same thing. He goes top left and then circles back and hope in the way to find the 3 bubbles. That's pretty cool. I feel like it's his mojo, his rhythm.
Default
of course, when he
search
starts
path.
on the top left. Yeah, default search path. Just knowing where you are in the square and trying to go through it as fast as possible. He's going to try to use the jellyfish as a hint on where the exit is.
So when people have described DT as a machine, you're suggesting that wasn't just
no, I'm just saying
That's
it's a
very
computer,
literal.
not like just an engine or something like.
Yeah.
He has like an algorithmic way of proceeding, which is actually pretty funny, because a lot of there are like kind of 2 type of speedrunners. Some are very intuitive and are very good because they will figure out quickly how to do things and have very good intuition about how to do stuff. And the other like half of the community is all about like learning, routing, figuring out glitches, and being very meticulous about things. We'll study the tasks and stuff like that. And probably when you are a Spelunky top runner, sadly you need both of those worlds, because you need to be very methodical to do stuff and know exactly, but you need those instincts, the snap decision, those fast reaction times to actually survive the game. Definitely one of the most highest skill requirement here showed on 7th screen actually.
So just a recap of where we are for DT. Almost 7 minutes now ahead of his previous PB. So we are starting to build that sort of time lead that will either be a PB and potentially still has potential to be a world record here.
Maybe we find a teleporter in a crate.
That's right.
How likely is that?
So telepack was the item of yesterday, and so far jetpack is the key one today. But yeah, what is going to push him over the edge? Could it be a teleporter like we saw Grump use? Could we even see a telepack? That
A
seems
telepack.
that seems a bit tough.
That's really tough.
Yeah. All right, we're making pretty good progress here. I think it's probably another opportunity to give a shout out to our sponsors of Kaspersky and Mossmouth and ViewSonic Elite and our host Twitch. You've been watching Break the Record Live, Spelunky 2, and we made a ton of progress in the Cosmic Ocean, and we're going to take just a quick break and give a shout out to the sponsors, and then we'll see. Hopefully DT is still going to be alive, Xanagear, and we'll see some great performances moving forward. Hey everyone, welcome back to Break the Record Live. This is Spelunky 2. I wanted to give a quick shout out to our prize pool sponsor, Mossmouth, the developer of this amazing game, and kick it over to Collarbron to give a state of the race and to talk about what we're running for today and tomorrow.
So yeah, we're running Cosmic Ocean, a speedrun category that is mostly about endurance and distance and consistency. Current leaderboard is DT on first spot with the full completion of the run to 799 with a time of 118, making him get the prize of $1,500. And Speff in second place with also a full finish with an 1 hour and 22 minutes for a price of $1,000. Krill is in third place with also a completed run with a time of 1:41, being the first run to be completed during the event, if I'm not mistaken, setting him at third place with a price of $700. And Twiggle is the last runner who actually completed the full Cosmic Ocean with a time of 2 hours and 40 minutes for a price of $600. Hectic, Groom, and Xanagear all still have to complete the full run, but Hectic is at a distance PB of 785 for a price of $500. Groom is at 759 for $400, and Xanagear is at 750 for a price of $300.
Great, thanks. So we've tuned into Xanagear. Looks like he might be taking a break, seeing the headphones come off. Any strong preference of where we're headed?
Let's see.
I'm just gonna do Hectic.
Yeah, seems
doing
good
one
time.
of these chillin' squips. Chillin' skips. I learned how chillin' was actually pronounced today, and so my tongues have been twisted. My tongue.
Tongue twister names.
There
It's
you go.
chillin' and not killin'.
Yeah. Or chillin'.
Alright. Chill.
So a trip to
I
the
have a
Sunken
question
City.
for you.
Sure.
So DT is currently poisoned. How can you cure that in Cosmic Ocean?
You cannot.
So yeah, so you can use your
Alright.
Ankh and die. That will cure the actual status. But the standard approach is to try to use the Kapala to outrace the damage from the poison. And we saw a couple times before, Grump's strategy is to absorb some of the vomit from the mummy. So similar thing that we saw in HD, but that's another way to just get more HP than the 30-second per damage tick of poison.
Okay, so nice strat by Hectic, surviving that challenge. This is the first time I see someone not destroying the spawn blocks. So you have all those enemies that spawn on those specific spots, and one of the easy strats is to destroy that specific tile, and then you're still alive that way. But nicely done here. Actually using the whip very, very effectively and grabbing the golden arrow. But first, duping all those bombs we were talking about. So now we are at 99 ropes and bombs. So that's a very, very nice loadout. Spike shoes as well. No paste, but the jetpack, bow and arrow, everything that's required, I feel like, to stay alive for a long time. Hundun is going to be the next tricky bit, but so far so good for them.
Yeah, the one thing I did want to point out, since runners took the opposite approach earlier, is Hectic bypassed those 4 hit points that you'd get from sitting on the mother's lap, just on 7-1 there. So 10 seconds is what it would have cost for 4 HP, and we'll see if that's relevant throughout this run.
I wonder if it's definitely not as efficient as the mummy vomit farm in Tempo, but I think it's still a reasonable deal to take, a time investment for 4 health, especially if you are low. But 12 health, maybe Hectic feels confident enough, so he doesn't need it.
Yeah, I feel like if you're sitting at 4 or less, it's completely mandatory. Between 4 and 8, you might want to consider it. Over 8, I would understand, like, someone not taking it. Like, very few things will kill you in one hit, and you have so much blood everywhere, so many enemies to kill, that you will eventually get HP. Obviously, without Capella, you definitely want to take it, but maybe you just want to kill a few extra enemies here and there in Sunken City and just use that as a more efficient way to grab HP.
I think we have seen none of the runners actually go into the ocean without Capella, because the health regain, the passive health regain, is just too important to get rid of, as well as the Capella also being the way to acquire a lot of health. So even if you don't get wiggled down during the Cosmic Ocean, just getting to that place.
Come on!
Wow, okay, I have no clue how that happened, but nicely done.
Oh, it must have been a skull from above. That is one of those skull enemy trap things. That was
That's
very
Clip
close
and a
call.
half for you. Yeah, that was clutch. Nice reaction. Very nice kill. You don't want to wait for Hundun to go all the way up there and then kill him slowly. You want to be as fast as possible. So let's see how Actique scans the level. Nicely done. Left the bow here. My heart stopped for a second. I was like, no, wait, we're good.
Bow is not required anymore.
Yep. It's actually
Free
pretty
from
bad.
all obligations of carrying items around.
Well, if you get a teleporter, you might want to consider carrying that. What are the odds of finding a teleporter in a crate?
I think in HD it was 1 in 200. I don't actually know the chances in this skin.
The best way is to give a wrong answer, and Twitch chat is going to correct us.
Come on.
Or we parse the data, counting all the crates that are open for those 38 hours of Spelunky 2, and then we have like a pretty accurate estimate. Thank to chat for counting all those crates opened. But yeah, I feel like 1 in 200 should be in the ballpark. Oh wow, that's close. Nice.
Scout, yeah, the jellyfish only has the death hitbox on its main body. The tail does not deal insta-kill damage, so you can actually scoot around the jellyfish quite a lot. Surprising how tight people can cut that.
Yeah, the hitboxes are actually pretty generous in Spelunky in general. Like, you can surf in between enemies and the ceiling and stuff like that. It's not so wide as many other games. Nice few levels here. Actually, Hectic is making very fast progress through those levels. And
Yeah, I'd say he's handling them really well. The levels themselves, though, I'm never happy with any Neo Babylon level.
That was some good movement there around those All Mights. A stun on them could have ended the run into the jelly.
And just out of the corner of my eye, I see that DT also had a Neo Babylon level. All we saw was lava covering everywhere, and unfortunately he did go down.
Oh, no.
He was about 6 minutes, 7 minutes above his PB pace for this race, and so unfortunate. It's gonna have to start over, but that's Cosmic Ocean for you.
It's just Spelunky in general.
Yeah. It's why we're all just a little bit surprised that we got so many completions early on, and yeah, probably made it look too easy at first.
Yeah, that's
Professionals
That-
make things look easy.
it's going probably to be a little bit deceiving going forward because the runners are going to take more risk and probably finish maybe 1 or 2 runs in the next 10 hours, and people are going to be like, why aren't we seeing more complete runs? But it's completely expected, I guess. Careful with those arrows and enemy that definitely fall.
Yeah.
And they will
Oh,
get
that-
you eventually. Exactly, like, oh wow. Okay, we good.
Okay, there was a bunch of stuff happening there.
What's your tier list for levels? Obviously, Neo Babylon is probably the worst, bottom tier, but Cosmic Ocean cannot be so hot either, I feel.
So I'm a jetpack user, and so I have Volcana as another level that
Oh,
I have to be really careful of, really mindful of. But just from the top, Neo Babylon's the worst. I have Temple and Volcana roughly the same. And then I like seeing Tide Pool. I like seeing the Dwelling. And I guess Jungles is also totally acceptable. Am I missing any here?
I think that's the full set. Dwelling is a little bit weird because it's one of the easiest, right? But it has those tight corners, and you can be easily surprised by the jellyfish. Like sometimes it has those nooks and crannies, and the platforming can be a little bit tighter than on the temple, for example, which has more open corridors and stuff. It's
Locust infestation.
What? Oh yeah, okay, that was the mummy spitting for the entirety of the last minute, refilling hectic to 40 else. Oh, careful with those swamps.
Yeah.
That will
The
kill you
looping
as
mechanic is... Oh. Looping swamps. Or crush traps, however you wanted to call them. Alright.
well. Okay, good. Nope, I thought that was 3. All right, here we
That's the
go.
last one.
So many crush blocks here.
Yeah,
Like,
this is
Spelunky.
crush blocks, those cats. That's why the temple is just so tricky here.
Yep, cannot be cursed. There we go.
All right.
So many
well,
Neo Babylons. That's like the 5th one, I think, in that seed. Oh,
the
that's
more we
over
complain
3rd.
about it, the more they're going to come
Yeah.
up.
No,
Game is going to be like, you like complaining, huh?
it's all rigged.
Game
Well,
is
so I
too-
think Carly Braun, are you rotating out next? Is that
Yes,
do I have that right?
I'm going.
So I just want to give you a chance for any last minute thoughts and what you've seen in the last 2 hours. Any moments that you want to shout out?
Well, some of the long falls that we see, I think it was on Krill's part, were kind of heartbreaking. I think he died twice to fall damage. That was kind of the worst part, I guess. But it was still interesting to watch at least. And of course the sick pace of DT breaking his own record again, but not pulling through just quite, was still insane to see 6 minutes ahead of PB.
For sure.
Insane.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and I know we're going to hear from you again in, I believe, tomorrow's event. But let me pull in both Vlad and Bowie to take over for the next segment.
Have a
Welcome,
good one.
guys. Thanks, Carla Brown.
How's it going?
Doing great. Seeing some great Spelunky.
Also, fill me in on what I missed because I've been gone obviously for a few hours because I had some things to do.
Oh, a lot of
We got a
tragedy.
couple of new cleans, two clears. Sorry.
Yeah, a couple of great new completions. The other thing that I would point out is we had an attempt on the low percent style Tiamat skip. So Hectic tried to get all the way to the top of 6-4 without a jetpack, and it didn't quite work out. But we're really close to it. It's a new strategy that we've learned in the community, and unfortunately, we weren't able to show it off. But anyways, that's it for me for now. Happy to pass the torch over to you. Good luck, guys.
All right, thank you. Take
Thanks.
care. Right then, thank you very much, Ix and Argik, who've been covering the last few segments whilst I've been gone. I'm joined by, as you can see on screen, Vlad and Twin. How are you guys doing?
Hey guys, they're doing awesome actually. The past hours I've been there. Xanagir has been on PB pace. It's pretty cool to see. Ectic is on fire. Has had only good runs. The current run, the Hundun kill has implied like a sick recovery, and since then the pace is so good. We are at 22 minutes into 7:17. That's actually faster than the current DT event PB. So that's really good.
Well, so much for that.
Okay, my bad.
It's okay. These things happen. Group's starting a brand new run. So,
Yep.
Obviously, we're here. We're about 6 hours deep into our second day of Spelunky 2, so we're halfway through the overall weekend. Cosmic Ocean is a very different run than the one we had yesterday, wasn't it? All right, group, calm down.
It was so fast. That scared me a little bit. It was like,
And then into the
okay,
wall.
oh yeah.
So yeah, obviously yesterday was all fast-paced, doing shortcut stuff. Everyone's trying to get through the screens with specific objectives in mind. And this is a much longer thing. We've got a lot more things to do. We'll have a generally slower pace early game, but they're still trying to be pacey. We're looking for items. We're looking for builds. What are our runners looking for most?
Well, I'd say the most important item might be the Kapala, the blood cup that allows you to collect blood to continuously heal in the long ocean. Of course, mobility is also key, so ideally a jetpack, but landscape can also do the trick. And bombs and ropes are obviously a good thing to have in great numbers.
I'd add to that list utility like paste, spike shoes, stuff like that will make you a little bit more survivable. And HP. Obviously, you want to use that Capella, but you also want to get Kali's favor or stuff like that. We've seen some nice smart use of the dupe gun to dupe your animal pet companion, and then gets to Kali's Capella in favor very quickly. That's pretty cool. But yeah, the things that are completely worthless are money and telepacks that we were so hype about yesterday.
Okay. We're looking at Speff here, bringing him onto focus. I think we haven't seen too much of Speff today, so.
Yeah, apparently he has finished the run already. 122.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty.
Second place,
That's pretty sick.
$1,000 coming his way.
Yeah, that's those 4 minutes that differentiate Speff and DT runs are very expensive. Those $500 are like just due to maybe few inconsistencies, movement, luck maybe. So they're going to try to beat that. Let's just keep in mind that Xanagir is on event PB pace, so just keep that in mind if you want to get hyped about something. We will have to follow their runs in a few levels, I feel like, because we are so close to that 759 that would mean a swap in the leaderboard.
Yeah, and I just checked, and apparently Speff's 122 run is also his new PB for the category. So the world record hasn't quite been broken yet today, but at least by Speedy has.
Well, we never said world record. We said break the record. They broke their personal record. That's good. That counts, right?
Oh, for him, I'm sure it does. Oh,
Yeah,
interesting call here by Spef to like spend one of the dupe gun shots on getting the Capella here and keeping the other two to dupe the bomb sack later.
Yeah, I love
stuff.
I love that strat. It's very good. I feel like it's totally worth it. And then you make 2 cats, and Schrodinger would be proud because you kill both of them, and you keep on going. It's very nice. You get Kelly's favor, the Kapana, and Vlad, you started by saying that it was the most important item. So here we go.
Yep.
So we're using Waddler to bring those items to the Sunken City. How many items can you bring to there? Only 2? There are only 2 slots?
I think I've tried once. It's a question I have asked myself in the past, but I don't remember what the answer was.
Right, that's what the difference between science and screwing around is, right?
Precisely.
Knowing what you're doing. All right. So we went through the caves with the Giddy so we could get more stuff. With the spike shoes, we killed everything, and that was completely worth doing. More HP is better, obviously. You want to be between maybe 20 and 40 to be confident in your ability to survive in the Cosmic Ocean. It's that hard.
Yeah, what's also essential is that he got some ropes, he had none, and he will need them for the chilling skip later. So
yeah, you do not want to do the normal way, which implies like getting the tablet and getting the correct idol, and then getting the mount that can fly indefinitely. The jetpack and the ropes do the trick, but it's pretty tricky. Nobody died to it so far. I've only seen successes, so I'm pretty stoked because to me it's like impossible.
It's difficult, but I think it's consistent once you understand how it works. Like myself, I can't do it just yet. But apparently, it gets consistent, so that makes me optimistic for the future of my own runs, very selfishly, and also for these players today.
Yeah, I'm going to use one of those commentator cursed joker, and if Spef dies here, it's not on me. It's like totally unrelated. All right. Yeah, those ropes. The hook stays. I'm pretty happy to see that Spef plays with the best character in the game.
Oh, is she?
There we go. Yeah, that's definitely top tier.
Okay, then. If that's official lore, I will not dispute it.
Official lore, 100%. Well, I mean, she's the best equipped character. She has the safety hat and all that stuff. Like, if you want to go spelunking, I feel like that's mandatory. So she can prepare at least.
Fair point.
Okay. All right, nice to see the challenge here.
Yes. So he first needs to get to Waddler's abode to get back his clone gun and bow. I guess he will go for the clone gun first to dupe the sack and get the bow on the way back.
Sadly, Waddler was pretty far, so that's a little bit of time loss. But he's pretty happy to see that the clone gun is going to be able to be used there. That's going to bring them to a lot more bombs and ropes than 0 for sure.
Yes, like 72 of each, which is a good number, you know.
Like, he currently has nothing. I'm amazed.
Yep.
And that's going to be a tricky challenge, actually, because with no bombs, you cannot destroy the spawner here, so you have to keep on whipping and hope that everything goes well for you. The spawns can actually kill you. It's pretty intense.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's any fully safe zero resource safe spot here, but it seems to be going well here. And he's also collecting blood, prepare for future health. So all good for Speff. Going from 0-0 to 72-72.
Nice.
Ta-da!
We were talking earlier about. Oh yeah, don't forget about the arrow. We were talking earlier about the HP refill in 7-1. Do you in what condition do you take those 10 seconds that give you 4 extra HP?
If you're trying to beat 122, maybe you just don't. Like with 10 HP already and more on the way. Maybe 10 is not that much, so I think I would get it here. If I have like 20, I'm sure I'm not getting them. But at 10, I think it's reasonable to go for it.
Oh, here we go. I was saying earlier, above 8, I would understand not taking it, but Speff is considering that that's completely worse. And yeah, more HP, more safe you are, right? It's just a good practice and something to keep in mind. So, oh wow, that's actually very surprising. Speff is going to get that first
6 extra HP.
Yeah, and get nice. That's 21 now. Now we're safe.
Well, if you're spending 10 seconds to get 4, you're obviously spending 10 seconds to get 6 with the cat, right?
So probably not spending a bunch of time with mummies quite yet to refill your HP, right? It's going 20 is plenty to start you into the Cosmic Ocean grind.
Yep. I guess if you find an easy spot, you can go for it, but you have to get out of your way just yet to create that setup, which is convenient because temple levels are very scary in the Cosmic Ocean.
Speff is playing it safe here because do remember that if you get crushed by those blocks, you instantly die, whatever your setup is, and if you lose your bow and arrow, you might as well considering dying. Like it's an instant reset, so you have to be very careful. The second city is very intense. Actually, it doesn't look that scary compared to Neo Babylon. There are not that many explosions and stuff like flashy, but the traps are pretty easy to get mined by, and sometimes you will just get surprised and die here. So very nice execution by Speff, taking a few risks, but mostly trying to stay alive. We are about 4 minutes behind their previous time, but you can make up a lot of time in 99 levels.
Yeah, it's all up to how fast you can clear them and how many nasty levels you get. And
in the next few seconds, Xanagir is going to beat their current event PB. So that's pretty hype. And obviously, once again, if he dies now, that's not a combinatory curse. So I'm totally immune to that. And then he has to beat 10 levels to beat Grump and take that 6th place for a cash prize of $400. $400, my bad.
yeah, interesting approach here by Speff of living in the spikes.
Yep, that's pretty scary. You don't want to get exploded by your own bombs.
Oh, by this!
Yeah,
the little jump! Well, that's the on gun and all the extra HP we spend so much time on. The bow should still stay a thing.
Yeah, I think it should be on the floor, but now at least it didn't lose. Oh wow, it's going to.
So it's a big setback, but not run over just yet.
Gonna die here though. All right.
Yeah.
HP, bow and arrow. You have to try to get the correct setup to get to Cosmic Ocean. Here we go. He's going to be a little bit disappointed though. Obviously, all that work for kind of nothing. It's a bit disheartening, but all right.
Not
have
a big
to stay into the run.
It's psychological. You have to regroup, maybe take a short break if you need to after this level, for example. And just don't lose your whole run because of that. It's still very much alive. Just... Oh. Yeah, starting with the temple is also pretty rude by from the wreck.
Yep, but nicely done.
Oh, come on.
So I take that temple is not your favorite.
I think it's the worst. Like with Neo Babylon being a close second. It has all. It has crush blocks. It has poison. It has curse.
Yeah, but it doesn't have lava.
It doesn't have lava, but it
And
has
when
curse.
you have a jetpack, anything like playing with fire can be dreadful. So I don't know. I feel there's no easy level. Like you cannot consider one like safe or anything. But yeah, the crush box can be super scary. And the dwelling is probably the easiest still.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like I say, dwelling, sunken city, and tidepool maybe are the three I'm happier to see. And temple and new battles are the two harder ones.
Sunken City, really? I'm surprised by that because those traps, those blocks that respawn can, maybe if you know exactly the timing, you will never die to them. But I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say they're more an issue in the when you have to ascend and when you can just fly around the level in all directions. It becomes less of a problem if you can tackle them in any way you like. But it's really like just a gut feeling, and there definitely aren't any easy or free levels, and none are undoable either. So it's all in there.
I'm a bit. I don't know. I think it's weird that Spef is not opening a single crate here. Are there no items in them, or
There are items, but
Yeah,
bad
right.
items.
only bad? He knows already. Yeah, that's. Oh wow, that's a weird interaction. You don't want to use that web gun. But oh no!
Where's the jelly? No, that's
Oh my god!
over with the full damage.
That long fall. If you fall for too long, you will instantly die. If you fall just a little bit, you will lose 1 HP. But yeah, that's a sad end. Like maybe the web gun was not such a good idea. I don't know what happened exactly, but
Well, you got to put an arrow. Like those arrow traps that are facing outside the level are always so scary because since you can't see the arrow, you have no way of knowing ahead of time if it has or has not been triggered.
Yeah.
Oh, we have some.
Oh,
jetpack!
Nice. That's such a good shop. Like teleport
TP as well. He will probably need to draw the TP soon, or actually no, you can get the Hooded Eye and keep the TP if you so desire.
Yeah, you can use it for a long time. Actually, it can carry you.
Yeah, until the bow basically.
Yep. But that's no Jedi. All right. So
okay, so we're going for a shit and skip already.
Well,
I
if
guess
you have a Jedi, apparently, yeah.
Yeah, if basically my rule of thumb for this is if I have mobility, I go jungle because jungle has more bombs and paste, and if I already have bombs, I go Volcana for the mobility of the Red Wings. I'm not sure how these players do their decision, but it must be something close to that. And here is Tan. Oh.
So you need the bow, you need to decide where to leave that. They need gold, obviously. You cannot get to the challenge if you cannot pay those 10k. We're good though.
Yeah, there's an issue with Bowie.
Xanagir is on currently 755, so event PP poisoned, but with 68 HP, a bunch of bombs, so we're doing good. They're on their way to pass Grump and get at 6th place. They're still on pace to beat Twiggle, actually, but we are about 40 levels away, so that's still a long time to go. Bow is picked up by Spef. Do remember that the bow is a requirement. It's the only requirement actually, because if you can manage to do the ceiling skip, you are able to just bypass everything else in the quest. The tablet. Oh wow, they have the hired help to carry the bow around. That's insane. All right.
Yeah, and keep the TP. Great speed moves here.
How is the hired helping hand behaving? Is he ever going to drop that bow, or how does he behave with that?
No, I think when he has a weapon, he keeps it and maybe tries to shoot it at enemies. But honestly, I'm not exactly sure. I haven't been doing these strats too much. But at least in the first Spelunky, they tended to like keep weapons and quote-unquote valuable items and drop or throw the pots and all that stuff more often.
I love that strat. Definitely my favorite strat in Spelunky 2. You want to use Olmec to get to the Ankh, and yeah, nicely executed. Now we need to get to Waddler using Olmec and get that bow safe and sound. So very nicely done.
Yes. What happened to the hired hand there?
He got stunned at the start, so he's sleeping. Don't worry.
You just want to be careful that the bow doesn't get crushed before.
Yeah, it would have been so easy for the hired help to just wander around and get crushed by Olmec and crush the bow at the same time. So, nice decision. He's going to actually save the teleporter for the end of the run. That's so cool. So now he's hoping to keep that loadout for Cosmic Ocean actually, because he's going to have to carry the bow and arrow in 200. He's going to try to keep the helping hand alive for the entirety of the run. That's insane.
Yeah, why not? What can he do with the hand Italy? I'm not sure. Like maybe carry the. I don't know what you do with that guy really.
You want to keep him alive at all the way to Sunken City, so he can carry around the teleporter or the bow and arrow. So you have for Cosmic Ocean a teleporter.
Okay. Yeah,
that's super far-fetched, obviously, but that would be like if you have the teleporter for Cosmic Ocean, you are going to save a bunch of time because like the mobility is better, but you're going to die. Like it's completely insane, but I love that he's kind of going for it, and the pace is very good so far. He's about a minute faster than his current event PB.
Yeah, that is also his overall PB, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, 122 is nothing to sneeze at.
No resources though. That's the one little problem with this run. He needs to carry all the way to the Sun Challenge with this low resource count, and then he'll be able to get the sec duped and get infinite resources. But that may be an issue.
We might find Shopkeep at some point that has bombs. But yeah, Groom just did that and stole like a bunch of bombs in Sunken City to a shopkeeper that was there.
Right, whilst our runners are seemingly getting into these runs, we've got DT is once again in Cosmic Ocean, again another couple of minutes ahead. Twiggle seemingly quite far ahead of his 214 clear from earlier. I was going to take a quick break because it's been a few minutes since the last one. So yeah, jump into another quick 3-minute break, and then when we come back, we'll have a little bit more action from Cosmic Ocean. As I said, we are into the second half of the overall weekend event now. So yeah, it's only up from here. Even more action to come, and we're going to see these runners continue that grind and see a little bit more of that execution and that endurance. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back very, very shortly for more Spelunky 2. So see you in just a bit. And welcome back to Break the Record Live, featuring Spelunky 2. My name is Bo the Hero. I'm joined by Vlad and Twin here on the casting desk to take you through Cosmic Ocean, our second event for our Spelunky 2 weekend. We have a $5,000 prize pool, courtesy of Mossmouth, the developers of Spelunky 2. So thank you very much to them. I'd also like to thank our other sponsors, Twitch, Kaspersky, and ViewSonic Elite, for helping make these events possible. Break the Record Live is a 3-day speedrunning event. It's all about the time on the day, rather than a one-on-one, one-chance race. We've got 12 hours per day that our runners are going to be grinding out runs to see who can do either the fastest time, but for this particular event, a little bit different of an approach where depth is the first and most important decider of where our placings are, and then if there is a tie in depth into the cosmic ocean, there will be a time is the tiebreaker. If you look at the leaderboard either below, or I'm going to press the leaderboard button now that you can see, we have a few runs, 4 runners in fact, who have completed the cosmic ocean, and they are separated by their times. Currently in first place, taking home $1,500 of that 5,000 prize pool with a 1:18.55. Now, whilst we did break the world record yesterday with All Shortcuts and Tiamat, there's a different world record to beat here, which is about 57 minutes and I think, 34 seconds roughly? So quite a ways for our runners to go, but it's only day 1 of 2 days of Cosmic Ocean. And with that, I'll throw it over to our wonderful community casters to talk about what's going on.
Well, what's going on is Xanagir being on PB pace. Evan PB took 6th place just now, and he's going to try to beat Ectic, who's sitting at a PB of 785, level 785, and maybe then trying to beat Twiggle or even Krill. So we have Krill is going to be tough to beat because his PB is 1 hour and 41 minutes, and the time is ticking quite quickly, but yeah, he's making good progress. His poison doesn't have a ton of resources, on 20 bombs, but 50 HP and the jetpack still, so that's all great.
Yeah, with 35 levels to go, beating 214 seems really realistic for Xanagir if he can keep a steady pace. This level looks a bit awkward with all the water invading the space and no bubble to be found.
Yeah, it seems quite lost. Nowhere, it doesn't know where to go or how to enter the square.
Yeah, actually both have been found, but the exit is nowhere to be found, apparently.
Yep. So the jellyfish is guarding the exit, and as soon as you break the 3 orbs, the jellyfish is going to go around and try to kill you. Those tubes are making it annoying because the levels is very, very hard to navigate quickly. So Xanagir is juggling the situation and trying to find the exit while not dying.
Oh, it's here.
And
right under here. So just need to make his way there.
I had a question actually about the Sunken City map and the way it works actually. So obviously the jellyfish is a right arse and always tries to kill us. But if you go into the tubes, do you technically are you immune in the middle of those, or can he hit you whilst you're in the middle of the tubes, even though like movement is automated within them?
You're immune when you're in there, and I think you are also immune for a very short while when you get out of it.
Yeah, you have about 20 frames of iframes when you get out, so a third of a second, which is enough to move, but for normal enemies. But the jellyfish is so big, you might stay stuck inside the hitbox if you try to do that. But you will not die while you are in the tube. But you probably don't want to enter them anyway, so...
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, it's not the fastest movement.
Too risky.
Yes.
And now you don't want to touch anything that's remotely hot, because you would, your jetpack would explode, so it's a bit tricky, and HP is ticking, 1 HP per 30 seconds, but he's the Capella, and we're gaining back a lot, so it's all good for Xanagir here, making good progress. 767, 5th place is going to be there when they beat 785.
Yep, 1 level at a time. Done with this volcano level. And next episode, Temple with a spawn right under the giant block.
Yep, that's the game just wanting to kill you, making it clear at least. Careful with that side swamp here on the top left side of the level. It's going to be very easy for that to warp around and just crush you on your way back. That's the kind of thing that you have to keep in mind. That's what killed some runners in the dwelling, like just a side arrow trap, and you just forget about it. There's no top and bottom in those levels. It's just like a big warp around. NES style.
The NES in 2020 is the new hot thing. Ooh, getting stunned by that.
Wow.
I did like the enemy kill into orb destruction. That was kind of serendipitous.
Yeah.
I think a zone that was. I know you guys were mentioning like kind of what the better ones are, what the generally less invasive or difficult ones are. But actually, I feel like a good biome that I don't really mind seeing actually, or like looks to be generally less dangerous, or at least more chill in approach. Again, sorry for the pun there, but is the Ice Mountain. It's actually like really has been so far quite relaxing. I mean, we have Twiggle currently on one of those as well, and it always seems that they're quite straightforward. The only major danger for that is like ceiling spikes, but yeah, I don't know.
There are less moving traps, no arrow traps, no stuff like that, no swamps, no blocks, no lava. It's I think it's clearly one of the easier to navigate, but once again, when we say it's easier, it doesn't mean by any stretch of the imagination that it's easy. It's just like less dreadful. It's a scale of very, very awful to not so deadly. But
yeah, a thing about Ice Cage is also that it tends to have, I believe, less terrain, less styles of terrain, which makes it easier to navigate with the jetpack, but significantly harder, I think, if you have lesser mobility, like if you lost your jetpack or have to work with just the cape or just the spring shoes. So
earlier as well, DT earlier was on like this absolutely monster run. He was like 6 minutes ahead. And right now, currently on another good run, 33 minutes in, 2.5 minutes ahead of the event PB. Currently on 38. How far down was he when he was on that -6? Do you guys remember at all? Just curious in terms of comparing.
It was about 7:30, if I recall correctly.
Wow.
7:35. So that was pretty deep. He was actually ahead of Xenogear at some point, even though he started like about half an hour after them. Even maybe more than that, and it was very, very fast. Xenogear is taking about a minute per level at that point, which is completely understandable. You want to stay alive because the first goal is to beat 799, so it's not unheard of to just play it safe a little bit. But DT has such a nice way of scanning the levels and such a fluid understanding of their surrounding that they can go very, very quickly, and if you keep an eye on the average per level, it goes super fast.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I'm looking at as well is like, at least the thing that Xenogear is definitely trying to focus on right now is that as an orb gets taken by
that's so bad.
Infinitely running orb.
All right.
Okay. Nicely done.
Nicely done. Yeah. That was a good decision. Sadly, only 50 bombs left, but only 30 levels remain. So, that's a good average of 1 bomb per 2 levels.
Every floor that he's getting though is lead over Grump, who has only managed to reach 759 so far. So in 7th place right now is Grump trying to get back into a run. But yeah, Xenogear slowly but surely closing in on Hectic's deepest run of 785, which was at sub 1 time, because that run that Hectic had earlier was nuts good. So yeah.
Yeah, one thing that is worrying me a bit with this run is that lately Xenogear has been losing health more than stacking it up. So for now he has 38, but he lost 20 in the last 10 levels, I think. So if he keeps at this pace, he might need to spend some more time accruing health. And
maybe next temple level we're going to see a mummy farm or something like that. If we have the correct setup, sadly, Spelunky 2 is still very much random, even if when we're doing 99 levels in a row, that are pretty much kind of same. They're all very different, and they all have their fair share of traps. For example, Sunken City has those falling skull that will stun you, and those, I don't know, organ ball and chain that are so weird, but you have to be very mindful. And those frogs, best frog. Alright.
Okay, there's the
That's a
third
lot
orb.
of blood for Xanagia, but he prefers to bounce. That would be on the other side of the level.
Yeah.
Jellyfish.
Xanagia
on its
using
face.
the jellyfish to scout where the exit was, but he kind of missed the queue there. It's all the way. The level warps, and he thinks it's on the far right, but it's actually on the far left side of the level. So
He doesn't have his anchor anymore either, does he?
no.
The tongue.
Oh God. Yeah, I
The
didn't
classic
find the exit.
tongue.
Oh.
773 it is for Xanagear there. Bit unfortunate. But an event PB has taken 6th place, so gained an extra $100 of the prize pool. But an unfortunate way to go. But as you were saying, just struggling to find the door on that particular floor. Assuming it was on the right hand side, but maybe not searching further. Unfortunate.
So we could swap to either DT or Twiggle. Who do you want to see, Vlad?
I want to see him DT. I haven't. He wasn't playing when I was casting earlier, so.
Okay. Well, keep an eye. I'll keep my eye on Twiggle as well, because obviously they have a bit of a slower time with a 2:14 finish and clear. So they've obviously got lots of time to save. They're currently 15 minutes ahead of that particular run, and that will definitely improve, as we know Twiggle can. We've seen Twiggle's ability over the course of the weekend. So.
Does 640 still got us tea time?
DT minus 3 minutes basically, which is clean.
Yup. Minus 3 minutes on the best time so far in the event as well.
I think I think the second runs are the interesting ones, because these floors can range from 4 seconds, which I think we've seen today, to 2 minutes. So you're really hoping to get those really, really easy to obtain orbs and then door locations.
Yeah, and in the span of 50 levels remaining, you can have a nice streak of easy and short levels that only take about 10-15 seconds and save a ton of time. So obviously DT is going to hope for that and try to do his due diligence, to scan the level as best as they can. And they actually swapped out. They are going counterclockwise now. Earlier they were always going clockwise in the level, but that's paying off for them, so that's pretty funny.
Yeah. Being able to just get a feel for a general scope of the each floor. It almost feels like it's reconnaissance more than anything else, and just happens upon all of the answers as he goes. And sometimes that's kind of what we're looking for, especially when trying to clear Cosmic Ocean with speed as well. So.
He doesn't know where the exit is yet.
Ooh.
Oh wow, that was
Right
so
down
close.
here.
All right, okay. The only tiny corner he didn't scout. Okay, we're good.
Okay, ice cave time. Just find the 3 bubbles. Exit is bottom right, I think.
Yeah.
So as you said earlier, way more open and less tiles in the way. We found only 1 or 2 bubbles, so still have a way to go. Careful with those ceiling spikes. Or the final one. That's exactly what you don't want to see. So yeah, on his splits, DT is losing a little bit of time, but still very much in the green.
Yeah, and after like 45 seconds in the level, it's hard to remember where have I not been exactly. And you have been scouting around a bit, but what is the first spot you haven't checked yet?
Yeah, it's especially when you have these like really small, kind of like just one like block layers below the bottom of each floor like this, because sometimes we're normally going to be finding them like inside the actual like layers, but when they're on the fringe aspects of each layer, it can just sometimes just be one of those moments that just a check can be like vaguely done and you just assume it's clear. So having to double back on sections you've already done is always not ideal.
Definitely not.
So yeah, this is why these. I was seeing a lot of that from Hectique as well, just kind of just scanning underneath the floors as well. Whoa, Jesus!
Yeah, lots of business going on at the exit here, but he makes it.
That was scary.
Wow,
like,
that was
stun
the
would have caused it.
exit.
Yeah, and when I saw it first, I was like, oh, that's a busy exit. I hope he's okay, but he was confident and was right to be.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Capella.
perfect. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Okay.
not
good.
perfect, but
Okay, wow,
Well,
that's
the scary one.
yeah, that is a bit aggressive, but it works for him. So yeah,
nice.
For Watt Bomb, nice trade, saving a lot of time. Nice streak of 3 gold splits in a row here, saving time on every single level. We are past the halfway point of the run here, so we are in a nice PB, event PB pace at least.
yep. Second tempo in a row.
And Twiggle is about 23 minutes ahead, so to keep an eye on that because he's going to beat Krill and take that 3rd place for an extra $100.
Oh, is he?
Is he on 20?
super early now. Yeah, 7:22 apparently for Twiggle, so we still have a long time to go.
Yep.
Okay, a Volcana layer here for DT. Whilst, not too bad in terms of actual design, it does have a lot of volatility with the fire being the one thing that can really screw us up. You using the jetpack, as we've mentioned many times over the course of the weekend. The jetpack is vulnerable to fire, so.
Yeah, if you're playing Vladscape, I'd argue Volcana is one of the easier ones. With the jetpack, it's not exactly the same.
We haven't actually seen too much Vlad's Cape. I know it was brought up as a thing that we were going to see a fair bit of today, maybe, but actually it hasn't been used as much as I thought. People have got it and used it, but it usually gets thrown out in favor of the jetpack. Now, obviously, the jetpack's very, very good, but it seems like it is just the go-to for most people.
Yeah, I haven't been paying much attention to the early game, so maybe they are like farming 1-2 to force getting a jetpack. And that's why we are not seeing a lot of Vladscape, or just getting lucky and finding jetpacks along the way.
Yeah, the runners here, I feel like are a little bit luckier than some. I've seen runners grind for like 2, 3, 4, 5 hours in a row, not finding a single jetpack. So we actually have a nice fair share of luck here involved in dropping many jetpacks. So obviously we are witnessing 7 runners at the same time, so it's the odds are way better for us as viewers, but still that's pretty cool. Twiggle though doesn't have a jetpack. He's using the Vladscape that give them a double jump and more bloods for Capella.
Yep, that's a cool added property of Vladscape in this game compared to what it was in Spelunky. Pretty cool stuff. And yeah, I wonder if Twiggle's first run was also not a Vladscape one. I'm not exactly sure right now. Anyway, more Volcana for DT.
Yeah.
Nice layouts. He knows what the exit and the 3 orbs are, so quick and 4 minutes ahead now.
What it takes is one particular floor that in the past was very bad, going in your favor, can really turn around a run. if I'm not mistaken, DT's actual PB is a 109, I believe, was mentioned.
Yes, 109.58.
Okay. So yeah, a good approach. There it is on the right.
Yeah, careful that he's not to bounce into the jellyfish. That would be unfortunate. Okay, here's the exit. Now to find the bubbles. Oh, pretty lucky bubbles here.
Yeah, very cool. The second one should be destroyed by the trap.
Yep.
Nope,
The
not even
trap.
that. Not too good.
Okay, making progress. 62 now, almost 2/3 of the way through Cosmic Ocean.
Yeah, when you see these levels go by one at a time, it's like, okay, yeah, this level is wasn't too bad as a route. What's so impressive is that they're completing 95 in a row, and at the end of it, it can feel like nothing special was accomplished, but it was 95 levels of Spelunky survived in a row, and that is so insane.
Yeah, and for like 4 or 5 easy levels, you will get one that's completely insane, and you have to survive that multiple times, which is probably the main issue. Like, you have to take so many good decisions in a row and not make a single mistake. It's really, really way harder than it looks. Obviously, a few levels we're going to be like, yeah, that one was not so bad, but the Neo-Babylon ones or stuff like that. Plus, you have to keep in mind all that resource management. You cannot like go, oh yeah, I have a ton of bombs, I will use them here left and right, because you have to stay in that rhythm for 99 levels, so 95 levels as you mentioned. So
Yeah, even if you come with
pretty
99,
intense.
you still have to spend 1 per level max on average. So, except if you find crates and don't even grab them because you don't care.
Nice movement here by DT.
Yeah, still looking for the third bubble, I believe.
Yep,
Where might it be? It's a big ice level.
Okay.
there's a
Yeah.
lot of spikes.
Tuggle having a bit of an interesting climb. I believe he has the climbing gloves as well, which is kind of nice. Xanagir's on a brand new run. Hectique on a brand new run. Steph on a brand new run. Groomp is into the Cosmic Ocean. Groomp, again, we mentioned it, has been bringing up the rear in the leaderboards right now. 7:59 being their PB, so up to 7:9 now. So the campaign begins anew for them, but for now, for them, depth is the main thing. Almost, we've just got to get through to that second half again. Time, not too much of an issue.
Temple time for DT. Trying not to get crushed.
Oh, and Spare has a plasma cannon in the jungle. That's funny. Not sure what he will do with it, but he has it.
Maybe get insanely rich in the Golden City, but City of Gold. But,
That's really tricky for DT because there are 2 of those cat enemies that are really tricky to get by, and a curse would put him onto 1 HP.
Sorry, that was too scary for my poor heart. Those 2 crush blocks plus the jellyfish coming up.
Okay.
yep,
Creates a
just
shortcut
spin me
through.
around, baby. But yeah, nicely done.
Jeez, yeah.
Yeah, with an
Because he had
dash.
a pathway there from the left, but it's just because of that weird cat enemy thing that curses. You don't really want to be dealing with that.
Yeah, and sometimes as a viewer, you will find like some stuff easier to see than when you are actually running and you have to balance like the jellyfish and all the decisions you have to make. So it's always like it's 10 times harder to figure that out as a runner. So always, you know. Nice. The spike shoes are the unspoken heroes of those runs, to be honest. I love them. They kill the enemy so fast, they give you extra blood, and you can walk on those spikes in the jungle seeds, so biomes. So it's a very, very useful item.
Okay,
Yep.
one more orb somewhere, I think. I think
What they don't do is locate the orbs.
That would have been a cool thing for the alien compass, like, 3 arrows for the tiny orbs. That would have been very cool. Like, I feel like just giving you where the exit is not quite enough to make them worse, to make it worse grabbing, especially in a speedrun.
DT losing a lot of time on that floor, unfortunately. Couldn't find that third orb for a while. That's the annoying thing about really good floors that you have to go up against.
Yeah, and that's the thing about these levels being random, is that you like your 766 from this run might be nothing like the 766 from the previous one, so it's hard to compare anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's more on the overall thing. He's been saving a lot on the previous splits, and now he's losing some back. He's still very much in this.
Yeah, the levels don't get harder as the time passes. 795 is pretty much the same, like regeneration wise, as 7.5. It's just like a lot of levels to beat. So,
Well, I'd argue they do get harder because you get more stressed the more and more you progress into the run.
yep. And the algorithm is kind of failing DT right now. He's not finding the orbs. He's not scanning quite fully the levels, and they're escaping his sights. It's a lot of time to lose here. Meanwhile, Twiggle is still about 22 minutes ahead of PB.
Yeah, the thing is, when you're missing that third bubble, one issue I used to run, I do run into is that you don't know where that one place you haven't been to is, and it's very easy to repeat the same circles in the map and never actually get anywhere new once you're just scouring through the level.
Yep. And you start to believe it doesn't even exist at some point. Like, I have no clue where DT has not been. It's
Yeah, maybe right next to the exits on the right, for example. Has he been there? Okay.
nicely spotted. Just on the edge of the screen. It's
Yep. Time for Volcana. Careful with this lava man. Contact will explode your jetpack. Oh, he had bubbles. One bubble, two bubble. Oh, third was killed by something else.
There we go. It's time to save more time with 3 bubbles and an easy exit. That's
Yep.
going to be hard to beat as a level overall.
5-second level in the ocean, yeah.
It's exactly what you want.
And an easy
Those-
temple level to go, that's always appreciated.
I don't like those temple exits. Like the... Oh, wow. How are you? Here we go. There's going to be a little bit of blood for extra health.
Yep. Let's not get jellied. And more temple. Very good move to get rid of that block near the exit here, preemptively. Okay.
Those levels seems to be so fast compared to the few very ugly levels we've just had. So nicely done by DT reacting
now
on
we're-
those.
We are 4 minutes ahead again, just like that.
So, and Grump and Twiggle are making very, very good progress. Obviously, Twiggle has a current event PB of 2 hours and 14 minutes, being quite slow compared to Krill and Spef, the third and second place in the event. So they can like completely manage to save a bunch of time and get upper on that leaderboard.
Yeah, and Grump is currently 7th, so he needs that. Needs that finish to beat Zanagir and Hectic at the very least.
Considering the pace they're on, like 26 minutes into 7:21, that's a nice pace to get to contest third place as well. So, you know, lots of action coming in the next hour, I'd say.
Speaking of hours, we are coming to the top of this hour, and I think it might be a good idea to have our next break. And I know it's kind of a slightly more recent one than the last one, but that means we can have a longer segment next. The top of the hour means we're going to be having a change of casters, so I think we'll be saying for now goodbye to you, Twin. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's a blast.
Your input and your knowledge is always greatly appreciated. Thank you. So when we come back, we'll be having the one and only Colin Northway jumping back in to the fray with his wonderful moustache and beard, and of course, lovely voice. So we'll just take a few more minutes, and when we come back, we will be seeing DT continue this campaign through the finale of Cosmic Ocean. Once again, a thanks to our sponsors. Twitch, Kaspersky, and ViewSonic Elite, and of course Mossmouth for the $5,000 prize pool that our players are playing for. So don't go anywhere, and we'll see you very shortly for more Cosmic Ocean.